Why is that funny? Because like the basis of this post is like, damn, this guy's getting a lot of shit like the other guys, but no one's defending him. Like maybe we should cut him some slack. So I don't know. It's kind of funny. Wait, 100% MIBR? Am I a fucking idiot predicting 100 Thieves? Yes? Guys, you're supposed to... Guys, that was... Guys. I thought you were trolling, not gonna lie. No, I was not trolling at all. Bro, Boostio's been on the up and up lately. Cryocells is good for his. Asuno's been playing better. And the other two are bound to step it up eventually. EU and Xander are good for it. We all know that. It's a matter of when. I just enjoy watching 100 Thieves because like it's just a good show, bro. It's just good entertainment, dude. That's why I like watching America's. Really, it's just good entertainment, bro. We don't try to make a show out of it. It just happens naturally, and that's why it's hilarious. From what I remember, he wasn't tailbone on tail end. Was there Hades receiving? He has at least one fan of me. He's one of the most likable personalities of VCTs. Unfortunate for him. Hope he deserves some success. I still low-key believe in Governor. Yeah, I mean, Governor's been fucking on this shit for a minute. Personally, but I've played ranked with him a few times. But it just sucks that he's struggling so hard. Okay, let's hear this.
Hunger. We'll be on stage, tons of fans, hype. Every time something sick happens, they'll be cheering. The atmosphere should be insane.
En playoffs, siento que empieza el verdadero campeonato.
Nah, this is gonna be hype, dude. Today's such a good day.
Es donde se nota más bien cómo se han ido evolucionando los equipos a través del tiempo.
Nothing matters. Only what happens now matters.
Defend our kickoff title. We want to win everything.
Let's see who.
You're playing for Toronto.
Who's playing today? 100 Thieves versus MIBR. Sentinels versus Cloud9.
Twice about making a play or not, and it's all about who doesn't hesitate in the end.
Ah!
Genuinely something I embrace and my team embraces. Even if we're in the lower bracket because we're 4th seed going in, doesn't really matter. It feels like a completely new tournament, honestly. So in that sense, it's a fresh start for us.
Venus?
Gets his 2 and then dismisses away. Oh. Mata calls game.
Wait, Mata, you're kind of nice there, no? The double dismiss? I see you, brother. I see you. Check NRG. I'll check Twitter in a sec. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, Khalil. So fast.
I like the 100 Choose play style. Like they are a little crazy. They do a lot of set XX. So you have skills flying all over the side. Asuna jumping and shooting. Cryo TPing now. So it's very fun.
I think we have one.
Bro said their playstyle is fun.
Be avoid ass pass as always.
All right, Ethan put out a tweet. Let's see it. Where's my Twitter?
Riot Games
Oh shit, we're starting.
Welcome to stage
We gotta check it out after. Hold on.
Playoffs. Let's bring our first team out to the stage, looking to steal a win. It's 100 Thieves.
It's good to see those finger guns back, Elizabeth. Love to see it. Of course, here comes 100 Thieves now. And again, a lot of pressure on this team, but you heard in that video, avoid Aspas. I'm not gonna lie, you might need a little bit more than that against this MIBR team, Emily. I don't know.
No, for sure, especially with how well-rounded out we were talking about it. Like, it's not just
Where's Nate Shot, bro?
He has a whole team supporting him. And if that's their game plan, I don't know.
Yeah, of course, there's got to be a little bit more under the hood, though. I have no doubt in my mind.
Let me inject a little chaos into this, because the wise man Finesse said something in that promo that struck me, and honestly, he's 1000% right. Playoffs start, it's an entirely different tournament, it's an entirely different bracket. True. Any team can catch fire, and if Brent is right that this is not as close.
Damn, the whole desk predicted MIBR. I can't believe it. Okay, question.
E do outro lado, a última
If 100 Thieves have a bad playoffs here, are they making a roster change?
pro MIBR!
Same thing for XRM. Good to see him back in the studio here. Here comes MIBR, and you know, of course, being led by the legend Aspas. But there is so much more to this team, as we have talked about, and it's an exciting time for MIBR because Brent, you had really, I think you and Doug really highlighted it quite well. Season
I don't know. I see a lot of yeses,
not
but
the best of runs for this team, for this organization. Now MIBR contending.
yeah, 100 Thieves do look bad generally, but
in the playoffs.
What a turnaround.
don't you don't think playoffs will turn it around? I don't know.
As we've been giving it to, I think Frod and Aspas as well, who have really built and curated this roster around them. They play quite simple but solid Valorant, I would say. They don't really go outside of the box like a lot of teams have been doing in terms of their composition.
Heads up
but the reason it works
when
is it's just solid
the maps are up.
inherently. There's no weaknesses with the way that they play. Heavy setup, like with building around Aspas, making sure that you're enabling him to really get value.
Okay, wait, I just saw this tweet. Someone in chat was saying it. Apparently Ethan's car got stolen. What the fuck? That's insane. Do people fucking still steal cars in today's fucking time? Well, if anyone has information, there's a picture of his car. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but it's kind of wild.
Run. MIBR, I think, have kind of stolen this game potentially, just even before it started.
And potential 2-0 here, Emily. How do you feel?
I feel confident in the icebox going to MIBR,
Yes.
but Split, I don't know. I feel like they could bring something
They got
up here.
stolen, I guess so. I don't even, dude, I can't imagine. Oh my god. I will fucking tweak out. What's up, Dex?
The tools necessary to be able to do.
Can you put like a tracker on your car? You could, right? I feel like if I had an expensive car, would I do that?
They haven't lost a map on either of the first two maps.
Would that be the play if you have an expensive car? Like hindsight?
That they've been dealt a map in this a map lost in this series, and I mean,
Put an air tag on it?
MIBR as good as they are, but their track record is pretty clean across this split.
Damn.
Brent mentioned it. This feels like
You can install a kill switch. I don't know what that is, but what is a kill switch? You stop the engine from far away?
Of course, we'll see what we end up getting here. I don't really expect anything too crazy here, but
damn,
also
okay.
opportunity to do something wild, Emily.
Yeah, just to be clear, 100 Thieves doesn't run the...
This is the 100 Thieves Sage stuff that they've been running.
What's the first map? Icebox? Was it Split?
I just had to look it up on my phone as well to see, like, how did they
wait, who's this guy DMing during the match?
This is a composition that relies
He's DMing his kittens, dude.
If your opponent has tape on you, and the way that 100 Thieves play, I don't know. It's a strange comp, honestly, and there's only so much you can really iterate and innovate on the same composition that you're running when it's out of the box like this. So, I don't know. There's a world where 100 Thieves do get the
first
win,
map Split.
Genuinely, they are good enough players, and if they can build up enough of a strat book.
Cortez is praying, bro.
As was saying in that piece that we just saw.
Do you think it has to be Cryo popping off though? Like, given the build, given the comp,
on
given
Sage?
how they like to play this, given that it may be a little bit gimmicky, is it on Cryo?
This entire comp, I think, doesn't hinge everything onto Cryo and setting him up, honestly. It comes down to the team playing the composition well. They have XX, well, not XX, but they have set plays at the beginning of rounds when they start on defense, at least initially. They go for these big bursty plays down the extremities on A main, B main, whatever it is.
Who's watching Accountant 2 tomorrow? Mod check.
But I don't know. The emphasis isn't on Cryo necessarily. I don't think he's always going to have a good game. But for me,
Gambler's closing soon. Go all in.
How long can you keep running with this composition and keep innovating and showing new ideas on it? Because teams have already worked out how to play against it.
Yeah, there's only so many times all these like set plays that you were talking about that they have will work, and I'm just worried like if MIBR sees that and they have like reviewed them and countered them, how will they adapt?
Now I'm watching the Minecraft movie for the third time.
Cautious team. They're willing
all
to
right,
play
dude.
slow at the beginning of these rounds as well. Wait and feel it out a little bit. And I mean, listen, that's just going to be to wait for the initial burst to see if 100 Thieves do anything as soon as the barriers drop. And generally, I would say as well, in terms of macro play,
is Big Boy Nashot joining? Nah, he's got a baby, bro. I don't think he's gonna be here today.
Success a lot better on top of it.
On the race. Got back on that one. Is that a changeup? I don't have my.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same combo they've always been running.
Okay, all right, and then of course we'll see what we end up getting. But you know, I gotta say though, there is a lot of pressure here for 100 Thieves. You know, knowing what we know about how this is playing out.
Nah, hear me out, bro. This could be the start for the Thieves, dude.
And it's game one.
Oh fuck, he's leaning back.
I'm just really worried, especially going against the double controller. Like, they have so much util where they can just bait things out early, like you were saying. So
Now, it's going to be an interesting one without a doubt. But folks, it's now time to get the playoffs started, and we're going to send it over.
I
to
just
your
came back from
casters.
watching
They are
The Accountant too. It was
100% younger than me,
amazing.
so
I know, bro.
fear them. It is Mimi and Ender. I fear them.
All right.
You know, a little bit of healthy fears never hurt.
Here we go.
anybody.
I'm not sure that's the aura we give off, but I'll take
No,
it.
I don't know. I could be scared if you were walking down the street. You're pretty tall. Who's to say? All right, we have our first game of playoffs here. It's 100 Thieves, MIBR. These teams played once before this year. That was all the way back in kickoff. And for an MIBR that hasn't done a ton of losing, only 2 series
Let's
dropped
go.
to
Let's go,
G2
bro.
and Sen, the 2 teams who made it to Masters Bangkok. Their only other loss was to 100 Thieves, and they got kind of rolled. 13-9, 13-4. Now a chance here for revenge as we start the playoffs.
And going into this first match as well, it's time for our Samsung match start. You can load up fast the Samsung SSDs. 100 Thieves versus MIBR is also going to be our first time
100
seeing
Thieves map
Alpha
pick.
and Omega groups collide here.
They
in the
start
first round of the
defense.
Now we are, and for MIBR, they start things over towards mid. When you're playing
Wait.
into 100 Thieves on your attack,
Has
I think a lot of the
Aspas
thought
been on that
comes down to
crosshair?
that Sage wall, when it's getting used, how to bait it out, and how to play around those timings.
Yeah, Cryo often not using that too early unless it's a quick dive into mail, so I like
He changed it,
Osmox
right?
finding that dash, getting ready for the contact,
Oh.
play for the wall.
The missiles.
Narrowly is going to get Cryo dealt with.
Wait, what?
Xander and Asuna
How did
getting a couple
Asuna
of
get a
kills on the
kill?
backside. Those MIBR flood on into the site, and Xander just hiding, playing ring around the Rosie. On top of this pillar, he's not going to be able to
They
find
tried fighting
anything
together, but it didn't look good.
So a 3v2 on the retake.
Reaches so far.
The friendly Sage of Cryo now almost works against 100 Thieves. They have to go for a jump over top. to
Holy
get back
shit,
into
threw
this
like a
one.
fucking
Luckily, we got
Pokemon.
those boxes, so it shouldn't. Oh no, the boxes. Yeah, it's a good angle to get on through. No problem for EU, but really waiting for Boostio's flank to pay off.
Now missiles in 5 seconds
Boostio?
as well. So increased dead for the
Saw
breach
him.
is stunned, but Boostio's been spotted out in main.
Good counter stun.
Missiles that forces the fight.
Ew!
Cordo's the one to win it. EU drops into the
What
side,
the
but he doesn't
fuck
clear
are they
behind
doing?
him, and
Why did I think they would
Cortez
win?
locks up the pistol for the resilience.
That was an awkward pistol round, I think, to say the very
Oh my
least.
God,
right? Cryo
man.
thinks he escapes, but that nade missile combo just brutal.
But
In
we're
what
already seeing
universe?
MIBR having some set game plans of how to deal with Cryo's common positions on the stage. That was a very nice setup from them.
Yeah, I think when you watch Cryo play, his favorite spot to play is just in mail. And
Nice,
if there's a
let's
dive
go.
play like that, it's
Let's
always
go,
going to be the
lucky
wall
guys.
coming down. Early attention into mid is going to be very effective, I think, for MIBR throughout this half to try and bait out that util.
All 5
Oh,
players
God.
here for 100 Thieves. Stacked up towards B.
Oh, this
There's
is
no many to
good.
receive, but he'll
Oh, wow,
take
he got
from the
away.
trap play and should be able to make it out
Wow,
with
he
the
actually got
fight as
away.
A little bit of support arrives from mid.
Yeah, a bit of counter util, Artzine with the stun.
They're gonna go A, yeah?
Missiles called in from Verno. And now MIBR, you can see on the mini-map, they're just instantly accelerating away from this. It's going to be no issues on this round.
Oh. Ads? Oh shit. Tag W?
MIBR's been doing a lot of the FPX buying this stage of getting 3 rifles, 2 pistols, getting a spike down here, keeping those guns up.
They're off.
Would be pretty nice
Tag
for
W.
them to try and win out that bonus as well.
It's
Yeah,
Eco.
you're taking the time to pick up the orb there. Both Verno getting that in main, Artzine putting the spike
Look,
down
he
on
kept
the
W and
ground.
they keep subbing because they think they missed something.
Online.
Really?
One of the
We are
weaknesses
laughing
you
at them.
maybe
They just
say
don't
with
know that.
MIBR's comps, they don't have a lot of power ults, right? They're running
They're
the jet
subbing because they
instead
thought
of
they
the
missed
raise.
something funny.
One of those knives, of course, can be very high impact, but not the instant sight clearing piece.
Cortez is playing all the way back here. Baits it
Yeah.
for Verno, and it's a beautiful
Wait.
cleanup. And this is just the guy you want getting these kills.
Wait a
4
minute,
ult orbs
bro.
Given over to Verno.
Am I fucking stupid? I actually, I mean, it's early days. I'm actually tweaking.
Cryo probably be looking to die to the spike here, but Shenum's going to take care of
It's
him,
early
no
days.
problem. So on top of the fact that it is, you know, all 3 rifles saved, it's full armor maintained from Osboss, light armor on, I think that was Cortesia that didn't even get injured. So really nice second round from IBR there.
And that's going to be 5 guns going into their bonus round.
Volume's a bit low. I think we're good.
You sort of look at these
All right,
teams
bonus
coming
round.
in, playing in their own separate groups. I feel like a lot of people think that Omega Group is looking very strong right
I mean,
now. Of
you
course,
have G2, C9, and of course MIBR all stacked up in that group.
exactly. So 100 Thieves, it's been a bit harder to get the read on them because, you know, they've beaten, you know, the teams beneath them pretty convincingly.
Mid smoke, drone, B-pop.
Much better are they up against the
Wait, he's
competition on the other
caught.
side of things.
Xander stunned, dashed on.
He's
and
caught.
Osmoss through the wall, can't quite find the kill. Xander low though, but MIBR.
Aspas is a Chad, bro.
Cortesia doesn't have a ton of help, but as the Bravo dissipates, Soon
They
as
have
teammates start
sight.
to join him, flooding onto
This
the
is
side.
bad.
Yeah, my eyes
At
are
least
on
he got
mid
healed
right now.
though.
Shenum going for
As
this
soon as
late
low.
pitch in. Right now, 100 Thieves covering.
Wait, the
that
Rockets
spike
don't get the
plant, and
planner?
Cryo could turn his attention away at the wrong time.
Why did the Rockets not get the planner?
What? What a flick from him. Spray transfers on
And
to
here
two.
comes that mid lurk. Shenum with the rifle.
100 Thieves are shit. Oh my god, why would I think they're gonna win? Oh my god.
Rounds where we've seen these contact plays with the fault line ready to go. They see someone, it's immediately stun missiles, Osbos dashing. The jet comp, well, it's a little unorthodox. Makes those kind of plays way easier than with the Rays.
Exactly. If you need to get out, of course you
Wow,
can.
he had 10 HP, bro.
Gnarly.
How does he kill two like
Headshots
that?
there. And really, I think because when you have the jet, you don't have the same reach as the double satcheling Rays can make happen. So
You gotta listen to chat.
just a little bit further out is always going to be important. Now 100 Thieves forced onto the pistol buy for themselves. This time stacking towards the A side of the map, but MIBR going back to that tried and true B side.
They're going B again, bro. The IGLing is insane right now, no?
I love the movement from Verno. Keeps it up for
They know
a
he's
time.
there.
Osbos gets in, and now the next wave of utility.
Oh my god, this is... They're getting pummeled right now.
MIBR get the plan
They're
down
getting
on
pummeled
Artson,
for
and
real.
They're going to have Teo and Breachel.
Oh my god.
It's going to be absolutely brutal. Thieves, I think, because they've been forced onto a few ecos already, it's early on have just been doing a lot of very heavy stacking.
I think I pause maybe. I don't know though.
MIBR have managed
So
to call
early,
around it
but
pretty perfectly each time. Here, Boostio's just got a, I think, flash in hand, ready to come around this corner. 1-for-1's all right, but a good counter stun out Arts, and now he's on the hunt.
holy shit, bro. Chill, bro. Chill, bro.
Verno's missiles will finish the job. They lose
What a
two
strong
members
start,
in the
dude.
round, but it's
I mean,
4-0
I
start
don't
for
think they
MIBR.
should pause.
Are you seeing anything
But
else
maybe
where
they should.
of concern for 100
I
Thieves?
mean,
Do
this
you
will be
think
the second
more
gun
just
round.
couple nice plays from
They're getting
MIBR.
owned.
They're snowballing the ults a little bit more, that kind of stuff.
Nice plays and like the opening kills on the entry.
I mean, what can you do?
Because really the only real rounds we've had are rounds 1 and 3, and both times it was Osbos getting out in front, good
Yeah.
utility following off of his contact. You know, Brennan was highlighting in the pre-show how effective MIBR
All right,
have been
4-0.
at both trading out Osbos,
Two
he's
ults,
going into
Teo
sight,
and
falling
Breach ult.
early, or just having good utility.
They're going
behind him.
mid.
And so far, he's been staying alive, and the util, and trades have been there.
Talk about the set plays. Saw pings going up towards Cryo's common position in heaven, and this looks like it could be a similar thing. Contact up, stone ready to go on our
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks a lot
They're gonna
like the
drone.
missile
They're gonna
round.
stun off the drone.
Slow. That'll mean it's a little more difficult for Osbos to get in, but
Holy
he dives
shit,
forward,
Osbos is
and
so
this
aggressive.
time Cryo in a position to escape.
Yeah, this time Osbos trying to make a lot of presence. As MIBR get ready to go, this breach ult in main is ready to rip onto these players. Everyone on site is stunned up except for EU in heaven. 2 kills from him already.
Wow.
Can't quite convert it into
They
a
fought
third, but 100
back.
Thieves are making beautiful
Wow, they fought back. I thought that was about to be really good for MIBR.
Very nice. Just play back.
They fought
Give
back.
a little bit of space and are immediately ready to fight back in. I think the raise rocket from Asuna is especially crucial there. Satcheling into main, getting
Let's
the
see
kill
that
on the
again.
player there, and then you have 100 Thieves cut off to, it's no longer a split. It's just
Yeah.
straight up fight through heaven.
EU
where they're all
got
trying to
two.
flood out of one choke
EU
point
made a big
before
play.
EU and Cryo have a crossfire.
And the breach ult, the only area it wasn't
This
hitting
crossfire
was
low-key
the
looks
Cryo
nice.
player
I gotta try
in
that shit.
Heaven, right? And that's where the majority of MIBR
Okay, okay.
coming in from.
Little clap
Crossfire,
back.
like you say, tears them up.
First round for 100 Thieves.
Up, down on B.
MIBR, a similar look with the 1-3-1.
Yeah, we saw them do
We haven't
the
seen
same
A at
combo
all,
setup in the
right?
previous round. This is sort of 100 Thieves reacting to MIBR going for the contact play, right? If MIBR aren't going to flash or drone around that first corner, well, Osbos is good enough to get 1 kill there pretty reliably, but he's not going to be able to get the second. That's what 100 Thieves are, telling
Nope.
themselves.
No info. No info.
Whether or not that's true, who knows? It's
Yeah.
Osbos. You
You'd
can never
have
really
to
tell.
let him play it out.
I do like though MIBR slowing down
They
the pace.
split
We've
A
seen
through
5
ropes?
pretty quick
No, they're going
rounds.
back to A
Even
main.
if they've been slow at the start contacting in, it's been explosive each time.
Oh.
Sage used.
Wow.
20 seconds, but already
Just
falling
shit
in
on
heaven
him.
is Busio. Shannon picks just a perfect timing on that lurk, and he's going for more.
Timing!
Shannon catches another.
Oh my
and 2
god!
fall as MIBR open up A.
And that lurk is just buying time for the rest of the
Oh
team to come
my
in.
god!
Steve's not expecting anyone to be looking for a second kill, though Cryo
No.
can't get it done on backside.
It's a save.
Osbos will
They got
boost himself
fucking
up in
wrecked.
heaven to back up his teammate. 100 Thieves
Honestly,
gonna play for the save.
Thank
They're
God
already
Nation's
running out
not
of this
here.
one. So MIBR
I could not watch this with him.
Kind of contact plays into pops with the breach stun and the dash, and now they slow it all the way down.
He would actually be crashing out.
Towards being mid, and Shenom
I think the first thing he would say is, "Why the fuck we got Cryo on Sage? The fuck are we doing?" That's the first thing he would say probably.
And also, you can't really feel. I think it's EU there that gets taken down second. Usually, you know what he's thinking is that MIBR are going to be playing like a 1-3-1 maybe. Shenom is maybe going to have players going through mid, pivoting into him. Remember with that wall in B Heaven.
Weren't T1 doing double duelists on this map? They should low-key just do double duelists like T1, right?
So actually kind of dig the decision of Shenom to keep going forward on that lurk because his team rotates and follows him behind him.
Shenom has been so good thus far in stage 1. MIBR is a team with 3 rookie players, Verno, Shenom, and Cortesia. But Shenom is the one who almost always gets underrated in that mix. You know, Verno, Cortesia, those are guys that are in conversations for Rookies of the Year that were the most hyped players out of NA and Brazilian challengers respectively. But Shenom, he's been having some really high impact games, and I think he's been consistently providing value in rounds like that as he lurks.
Yeah, excellent.
It's been so one-sided, chat. It's actually fucked.
Super effective on a defensive
It's so one-sided so far.
Do a little bit of everything.
Like not even competitive at the moment.
For 100 Thieves, they're down 5-1 now on their defense.
They're not warmed up yet. I won't lie. Like they look like they're not warmed up individually or as a team.
Now that last round makes things a little bit more complicated. You know, if he'd been coming in with the timeout before that last round, he's probably talking about, hey, we need to maybe play with a little bit more information into mid right off the bat, sort of get in front of things so that we see their fight before they're just unloading their util on us so deep on site. Now it's a bit of a different thing where you have to factor in the options for MIBR to continue looking for the A-lurks too.
Playing defense with the Sage comp is a little different. 100 Thieves has ran variants of this for a couple years now. They were playing the Sage comp last year as well with the slightly different roster. But
hello,
not having
Tarek.
an
Hello,
Sentinel means that there's a lot of opportunity if MIBR wants to slow down to work players up ramp, work players into B main, and put a
we
lot
got
of
James
pressure
Bond
there.
alert.
It's also not like 100
Let's
Thieves
see.
have like the Sky of old. Their only info tool
It's an
is going
A-pop.
to be the Tejo drone.
It's a new look from MIBR.
Wall is down, you don't
100
really have
Thieves
to
are
worry
fighting
about
it though.
that space on the map. But it means that 100 Thieves are more forced to proactively
Who's James
take
Bond
space.
here?
That's why I
Bustio,
like their setup
potentially.
This round, breach done, ready in main, off contact, and 2 players.
We saw that, Jax.
MIBR's going into it quickly. Spot's ahead of
Good
the play, but
satchel.
Asuna stunned. He gets the job done, and MIBR
Really good satchel.
tail.
And now Cryo sees 2 players. Wall will come out, but it's a bad wall. Panic! In front of this and pins Cryo back into the corner. Now
Jody
the
out!
come through, but Cryo sees the
That was close, bro.
to duck away.
The round slows down a little bit.
That was close. Verno still has tail ult.
Now MIBR works space into vents. We'll put a little pressure B Heaven as well.
Yeah, these players getting seen on drone might be the cue.
Is he gonna go up?
To search for a little something here.
He's walking up towards A main, and he's with Bustio on the other side.
He went up and died. Cac W.
Over towards vents, picks off Artson.
Yeah, his teammates had gone for the spam, so he thought he could maybe find a timing. 100 Thieves have beautiful information over the A side.
Spam?
Now creeping up right on the corner of the orb.
This position for EU is great. He got 2 kills in Heaven here.
Oh my
2 rounds
god.
to go, but Shenom is working through this. Wanted to fight towards Fun. Now he heads out towards Raptor.
Oh, he went
but
too
his
wide.
spray's missing. Cryo had the protection in Cortesia.
Ooh.
This should just be too many odds. That's 1 kill found though. And 1v1. How has Cortesia
Oh
found
my
that?
god.
To pick up the spike in Heaven with only 20 seconds left. He's back on to B.
A 1v1 against the IGL. Cortesia holds the angle. Another tap. Bustio on the jump.
10 seconds left.
Cortesia waits. Plant coming in. Bustio dropped towards Hell. Cortesia on the swing. It's damage. Down to 11 HP. But time now working in his favor.
Oh my god, that was about to be so
barely
sick.
bails 100 Thieves out with the right
Oh my
Doing a bit of dancing there
god.
around the smoke. I love
Bustio
that look.
saved them. Bustio saved them. Bustio saved. That was a hard clutch for Bustio. That was a hard clutch for Bustio to win still. That was so losable.
Dealt with MIBR just about perfectly
Wow.
until this moment.
Dude, he's so good, man.
His 3rd kill has been unfortunate for Cryo,
Damn.
but that 4th one is just insane.
Nice call. Let's go. That's the champs winner.
Champs winning right click.
Oh my god, bro.
Not even close.
It's a round winner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
100 Thieves are going to need all of those they can muster.
There's going to be another fight in A main. Same.
Wait,
trap
Boostio's
setup
real
for
name
100
is Kyle? Is it?
Same idea for MIBR. Thrown
Am I
up,
tripping out?
stun ready to go.
Ooh, the TP.
Cortez just passed it.
It's
and one
Keldon,
for one on
yeah.
the trade, but a great
Oh, is
stun
that is his
onto
nickname?
Io, and
Oh,
Cortezia converts 6 kills in the last few minutes here.
Keep your eyes on Boostio.
oh, he said Kel.
My champs
Oh, I
winner
see.
inside of the smoke. They're jumping into a smoke. It's a
Oh.
1-for-1. Site belonging to MIBR.
But Cryo has a Sage res, and he wants to fight back down ramp. MIBR
Cryo?
realize
Oh, I
they're
like
protecting this body. 3 players
Oh.
ready to challenge Cryo.
Oh.
Swinging into him. MIBR trying and trade out, but it's down to a one-on-one.
Oh
and
my
Cryo
God, 17
nearly got the
HP.
kill, but it's Verno coming out big instead.
Couple of close rounds here back to back.
Oh my
Well played from Verno to
God.
get the trade from his teammates.
Is that a Phantom moment? You think so? I mean, yeah, he did think him through the wall, right?
Split second call, like you were saying with the Sage Reds coming online. MIBR's choice to continue this ramps fight instead of just
Wow.
taking back into sight. Really nice. I like too the slight
Wow, so
variations
close.
of MIBR, right? Instead of going for like a dash play onto ramps with the jet, it's an Omen teleport.
Oh my God.
Capitalizing off his teammate's
6-2.
stun. Enough for 2 kills there, and he's having a game.
It's been good so far. I'm not gonna
These
lie.
are down on their luck again. An eco rounds here. And this half is well and truly snowballed for MIBR.
This is a half buy, yeah.
So these are gonna have to capitalize off their ultimates in the next round. Their comp can be pretty annoying on the attacking side if they're in post-plant situations with the Sage Wall, but prior to that, a little bit more challenging. Not many lurk options like you'd have with a Viper comp like MIBR are running.
The fact that MIBR wasn't sending these execs off the rip, but was
Ooh.
always doing it off contact. Okay.
He's
That's
2 off
actually
ult. Now he's 1
punished
off.
on the lurk. And
Bruno still has his Teo ult. I think he's had it all half actually, but that's okay. Let's see.
Sage slows into heaven. MIBR want to split towards B here.
Certainly taking their time for now.
Oh.
Again, just going for the contact plays.
What was that?
Dink
Heaven?
connected, but Ospas gets 1 kill. Cryo spotted out on the side, and MIBR, as long
Wow.
as they check on Xander, which they will, it should all be okay. Into a 4-on-2. Boostio in mid gets
Nah.
a kill with the Sheriff.
Is this winnable? Breach
A
ult?
1-player deficit. 2 guns.
I don't think he should
a
breach ult,
rolling
but
thunder.
I
This
wonder if he
becomes
does.
winnable.
He's about to do it.
But
Is that a
Ospas
stun?
holding the line. Both players.
He's ulting.
1 shot to his outlaw.
Oh
Rolling
God.
Thunder used.
Didn't get breach.
And the outlaw connects. MIBR, they steal away the ultimate, and they take the round regardless.
Yeah, a bit of a gamble there from Boostio. Feeling like 100 Thieves had a chance in it, but the positioning of MIBR was just never going to get punished by an ability like
Okay,
that.
I know it looked bad.
That outlaw
Hindsight,
coming
it
in
was fine. Thoughts?
very nicely. And again, MIBR just sort of playing this game where
It was just bad?
they're taking very confident gunfights. They're not always using utility to set up the fight, but there's always utility to follow it.
It wasn't that bad.
100 Thieves have been struggling. That round, understandable on the low guns, but now with an attack op in Osboss's hands, good luck 100 Thieves.
And this is going to completely change the way they play their attack side. That's why it's been these contact plays into.
They took a
comps
risk when they're
with
down. I think it's not that
the breach
bad.
stun, the tail missiles coming
They're
in.
just a little
Here, they're
low,
gonna take their
but-
time with that operator, and then late round, trade it over, go for an exit.
I mean, the best proof of this is look at Spawn. There's a spike back
Yeah,
there.
we don't need that.
They're gonna be taking their sweet time. I like the op too, because the last few rounds,
Oh,
100
is
Thieves
an
have
op on
adapted
attack?
to the slow play of MIBR by simply going for some more forward angles, whether it's that A space we saw Austin get the first blood last round, or the
Oh my God.
high-low we've seen them run a couple of times over on the B side. So he's just waiting. For
Oh my
that
God, does
overstep
Xander ever peek
for
that?
pick.
I don't think so, right?
Shenom's getting to work towards
Sage is
A.
jiggling from
Putting a lot of
heaven.
Pressure here with his util going up.
He's gonna peek Sage.
What was placed in mid, by the way, should be down, I believe, around the 30-second mark.
MIBR start to inch out of B main.
Oh my God.
MIBR right now, we're waiting for that Viper lurk to pay off into the site. You can see kind of getting in front of the orb.
Oswald's pops blades.
Timing.
He wants to send this one into B. The blade storm
Nice
popping
try.
over the top. He's denied by Xander. 100 Thieves pulled B, and Asuna arrives with his rocket, trying to find a
Oh
target
my
in the
God.
smoke. He's gone too far and now spamming back through.
I mean,
MIBR
time?
reply.
No time.
Yeah, but that kill's coming over on the A side of the map. There's just not really time.
Yeah,
The
Spike's
round's
down.
just simply over.
Girl, just shoot the rocket. I mean, yeah, it
That's the
sucks,
downside of
but
playing with the
didn't
operator.
expect
You
someone to
don't
be in the
find anything
smoke.
with it, and you end up with these.
Yeah.
I don't know, it felt like Ospas thought he had a timing that he ended up not really having.
I mean, he
and
almost caught
rushed into the
cryo.
exec to
Almost.
give him the chance.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the knives, so there's always a chance there. But I can't help but feel like on a round like that where you are heavy slow playing with the op, that you want your lurker to do something a little bit more. But I think what the issue was for Shenum is he doesn't want to do anything super aggro on the other side because his team was playing so quietly, right? They weren't giving a lot of information over to 100 Thieves. So it's very hard to find good lurk timings when, you know, the rest of your team isn't pulling any attention away from you. Especially with that mid wall down the entire time, just about.
All right.
No op this time.
Bustio's opping.
Has the glass op. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, see, I was looking at Ospas, you know, maybe Cryo. You gotta glance down a little further to see Bustio with that one.
Yeah, you'd hate to have cryo opping on your team.
No, especially with how he's been playing this split.
Bustio always loves going into the op though, and see how he calls it too? Like, he's playing solo over towards the A side just to take one shot and uses stun to stall.
Whoa.
So his team can fight into mid, finding a beautiful kill as the smoke falls, spotting the spike too.
Pop dash.
And there's the op for Bustio, bringing out onto Sheno.
This round's coming together for 100 Thieves.
Whole idea.
Until they fuck it up if they over peak here.
100 Thieves keeps the pressure high in mid. And MIBR losing 2 players this late into the round. Still don't really have
The fuck is going
anything
on?
to work with here.
Yeah, have to break the wall. Crossfire.
Off angle.
Falling off of Cryo's contact here.
Is it though?
30 seconds Cryo wide on the angle.
Ooh.
With the shots, Oswald's dead. The next
Nice
player
up down.
steps up to the plate, and they're out too. Just Verno.
Safe.
In a 1v5 that he already knows he's not winning.
All right, so in these last 2 rounds that 100 Thieves have just kind of stuffed MIBR completely. Really, the 2 rounds
Mamma
ago,
mia, they're bringing it back a little bit.
I feel like in
Starting to warm up.
Out of the game in a way. This last round, I like 100 Thieves' decision to go for a mid fight. That's something we had not seen from them at all. So you were sort of expecting the read from MIBR after the slow round.
Excuse me, Tonka?
Punish mid, which worked so well for them earlier on into the half.
How you know about that?
And that decision to
Ooh.
put Bustio with the op over here pays off for him.
And just good coordination from the B anchors. Set up some good crossfires, and now put us to the 12th round
Oh,
of
did
the
she?
half.
That was
MIBR
good.
have a rolling thunder, have a pit for the post plant, and I think they want to pick up the pace.
They actually exec into the site. So far,
We started doing
only
group
seen
Pilates
mid, B,
classes,
and
so
ramps looks from them.
A new hand
Today was my third
punches
time
the
going.
operator. EU's got it this round.
that shit is hard as fuck.
Oh no, he trades it at the last second over to Bustio. Still one of these anchors on A.
As if Bustio's going to let another initiator take the op.
Rolling Thunder used. Counter stun from Boosty. But out onto the site is Ospas, getting away from the utility as the ult-in gets some help. Spike still yet to ford the river.
Viper ult.
And Ospas has to hold, keep 100 Thieves out of this site, but they're just at the gates. Ready to start this
Oh, it's
flood.
going down.
In goes the utility, and out comes 100 Thieves already on
Look at
this
Asuna,
site.
look at Asuna.
MIBR have 4 players, all
Oh.
trying to find safety in the pit, but Cryo
Bro,
won't let
Asuna
them
just
stand.
can't wait to jump in the Viper ult.
Verno
It looks like
runs
he's
in,
so
and
excited
it's
to
a
jump in.
desperate game at this
Like, can
point.
you guys feel it
Asanari
when he's
holding
running
on to
around?
Spike, and
It just
100
looks like he's like
Thieves
just fucking
lock
like.
up a 5th round. This
Excited as
half
fuck.
started so poorly for
Wait,
them.
7-5 after all we saw?
Make it competitive
Brother,
with a beautiful
that did
retake.
not feel like a
Three in
7-5
row.
half.
The
That's
retake usually
insane.
was great there. Bustio has
That's
a blast
insane.
going over into elbow. And then Cryo lands a slow orb on everyone else in backside. So none of those MIBR players can move. They're just trying to
Cryo
hold
got
hands
3 there.
together, try to trade. And it's Cryo
Wait a minute.
spamming them through the smoke.
Kyle's getting loud for playoffs?
MIBR still up by 2 as we
Damn.
head to the halftime break.
Okay.
You might have heard I'm going through a little upgrade with my tech.
I know he had it like that, dude. calling Aspas a baiter. Context: in a recent Heretics video, they asked who the most overrated player in VCT. Rians, I think is Aspas. Miniboo. Why? Rians, I just think he is a baiter. He is not that good in the game. And then Frob put out a tweet. Translation is, lions don't concern themselves with the opinion of sheep. Mic drop.
Over. Once he gets that op in his hands, he is going to be a massive problem for 100 Thieves.
Exactly. You're really going to be picking the Jet here to get value, be able to take some pretty forward fights on the defensive side. You know, Desk was talking a lot about the duelist head-to-head. Of course, this is a map where Cryo's going to be rocking the Sage, but my eyes don't deceive me. I believe 100 Thieves are going to be headed Osboss's way, and he's got a Sheriff here on the pistol.
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves 7-5 after all we
whoa,
saw is
whoa,
amazing.
Fifi, that clock isn't counting.
Oh, come on, brother.
I was wondering, like, why we're going for the slow zoom here on that green
It was very
triangle.
cinematic. I was feeling the moment, the tension, and now maybe we're doing a VCT EMEA impression here.
Been informed it's an audio issue.
You see the...
That's why he's taking off his headset.
Yeah, the
if
referee
anyone's
out there
curious, yep. I'm on top of those things, don't worry.
Yeah, looks like new in-ears already getting flown out to him.
Well, Boostio's also playing with his ears.
Whoa, we're playing with our ears?
Just making sure those in-ears are all the way
Wait,
in.
my restaurant's closed.
It's wild that Boostio, every year he's like been a pro player.
No, I order from here every day.
So different that he looks like a different person.
Because he was Gecko last year, right?
He was doing his Gecko impression.
That's crazy.
And now he's got like the whole perm thing going on.
He's a shapeshifter, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild. Same man.
I have no kebab today, actually.
Kind of like...
Actually, no kebab today.
The stash is going back. He said his barber did him a little dirty, but he's working on building it back.
If you guys didn't hear, Cortezia's mustache is gone because his barber misunderstood him and he shaved off his mustache. Kind of funny, low-key, but I feel bad for him.
New in-ears?
Well, the real struggle is when you get it all tangled up.
Yeah.
Because that adds a whole other level. Like, that's not even a tech issue at that point. That's just that's user error.
Insightful commentary.
Yeah.
He's working on it though. Still trying to get plugged back in here.
It's rough though. Coming out of the halftime of this, you're getting ready to go. 7 seconds left on the clock. And then no. Pause it just a second. We're gonna lock back in.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Get
we
the
got the
tips on the in-ears.
Look at that technique. That's good stuff.
Can you wear a watch while you play? I find it very
personally,
disruptive. I always have to take my watch off when I play.
Yeah.
Aspas wears watch while he plays.
Yeah, and Cortesia is.
I wear a watch while I play.
I don't know enough about watches, but that looks.
And I am cheap, yes.
It does look like that.
I bet those hands move, you know?
Yeah, hopefully at a consistent rate and a correct.
But Boostio's looking over to see what the fuck's going on. Boostio's like, y'all better fix that shit. You get ice on my shit.
Like, maybe I need another drink, you know? We got a little bit of time here.
This series is a little interesting because we get this starting map, which is.
Boostio could barely see over his monitor when he stands up. Crazy.
100 Thieves, they only play
they're
Jets
fighting words,
on
bro.
one map, Icebox, and even there, a lot of teams don't even play that agent. MIBR, they play the most Jet out of any America's team. They have 5 maps where they lock that agent in, and they put a huge priority in putting Osvas in positions where he gets to
We're
play
going
his
live.
best agent. As we'll see in this pistol round.
Fuck, I didn't
set up
order.
Towards B
Okay.
as we're out of the tech pause.
And Cortesia's doing some serious baiting as well, jiggling that corner.
Oh my god, Asuna.
This is hiding for now.
Oh.
Cortesia actually gets stuck.
Yeah.
And now Osvas has to go good. Make up for his fallen combat. And that is excellence out of Osvas. A dash away to safety and Artson. Shannon, they arrive.
He's
to
vicious,
aid the
bro.
hero in
Oh
his
my god, he
cause.
saved them, man. He saved the fuck out of them.
Pause ends and Ospas just
Wow.
kills you all. Cortesia doing exactly what his job required him there. Just look juicy and like no one else is behind you. That's it. Just the bait on the end of a fishing hook.
Damn, bro.
Little smile cropping up for Osbot
God damn it, bro. He's so good.
as they win their second pistol round of the game here.
No, that could be me. That could be me.
Oh, wow, maybe some prep against 100 Thieves here. Osboss going for just the Marshal. You can see no armor of any kind from 100 Thieves. No buy at all on this pistol.
If this is what you call baiting, I want to bait as well. What?
But back out to safety is Shannon.
Oh my god, he almost got him.
A bit of a 2025 Valorant moment down in the vents. Everyone's stunned up, but Arno gets the opener.
That's so annoying, dude.
What is he doing there?
That is
I
so
love
annoying.
how creative the players have gotten
That is
with
so
the
annoying.
movement on the KO drone to avoid getting shot.
It's like jump peeking with the drone.
It's its own minigame. Artscene steps into main, gets an easy kill onto Xander.
Oh, don't take your stun out there.
That's fine.
I don't know.
The spray gets a little messy.
Oh!
How's Cryo over there on site? What's going on?
Wow, how's he alive?
Spike down A. 30 seconds left.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the spike.
Artson's 3
The
off.
key parts of getting that plant money.
There's some low players though. I could see. Okay, not if it's Garcia that's
Oh.
taking
On
first
that angle
contact.
too. I don't take
No.
the ghost any day of the week.
No, don't like that.
9 to 5 up for MIBR now.
And that was a pretty light buy coming in from MIBR. A Stinger, a Marshal on the other side. I was wondering if, yeah, they're going to buy a few rifles going in, but this sets them up, even on a round loss, to have money for the next and possibly even be good enough for a half by the round after if they lose a couple in a row.
Crucially, Ospas not having to invest in that Outlaw and just getting the Marshal instead means that he's going to have money for an up round four, or the fourth round of the half, I should say, no matter what happens here.
That's kind of the win condition on the defensive side.
Okay, that's a buy round here.
Walking in the jet
A bonus.
here. Win pistol, get yourself that off online early. If you lose those early rounds, it can be really tough to actually build up Econ to make that happen.
Oh my god, dude.
Teo drone's
This guy's
traded towards a ramp.
treating his drone like a
100 Thieves are taking
skateboard.
a page out of the MIBR book, right? Just pretty full contact up here until we actually get to ramp. Then a flash in, now fault line to peek a little bit deeper.
This feels like a classic 100 Thieves Sage comp on attack. Maybe wall off over towards vent, split into the A
Now
side.
what?
Or at least put the pressure that you might be doing that.
I wonder if they're considering cutting back into mid here.
Rockets Heaven?
100 Thieves really don't have a lot of information.
They're committed. Up goes the wall.
Wait, they walled through the wall?
To take Heaven control, but immediately
Wait, what is
MIBR
that?
fighting back in. It's not successful though. Austin is the one to open this round.
Yeah, this wall is super frustrating, right? MIBR, how do you retake Heaven when you actually can't pinch in from vents?
Oh, don't die there.
Ramp or something. Now there's that lurk
Got
going
him.
down against you as well, so Shenham's just out of the round.
Hands controlling
Wall's
Heaven.
gonna drop
How
soon.
easy is it to hold Heaven? It's even just one or two players, right? You got the wall there.
Oof.
There's no
That's
possible
around.
flank coming in because your Aster's hanging out in mid. So 100 Thieves can afford to play these very forward positions up in Heaven and really get easy trades almost every time.
Cryo. Taken down. And MIBR. They have no chance to win this round. I'm going to try and get a
Aspas
little bit
baiting?
of extra damage on their way out the door. Aspas will get one and try and find a timing onto Boost. The shots aren't connected. And so that's 100 Thieves getting up to 6 here.
Yeah, so simple adjustments for MIBR moving out after a round like this is, A, you can just fight more aggressively for ramps control, because, again, retaking Heaven with that wall is exceptionally difficult. So either fight in front of that position and make that impossible, or maybe, you know, get a player to play out rafters so you have some other option for a crossfire. You can actually hold on to this position a little bit better.
Enemy remaining.
Very casual stand-up for Busio. Starting the series with 2 maps that are basically running back 2024 comps for 100 Thieves.
All right, 6-9.
This one.
First gun round. Aspas has an
That
op.
up here, and he is going to be fighting over ramps, it looks like.
Stun onto Cortesia. He's up in the open on B again. This time not baiting for Ospas. Just holding the site alone for now.
Make control.
Big round coming in with Not a lot of ults in play, but see how Osbos is creeping forward into the A space. Like,
Astro, watch out.
Over to MIBR. So Verno's going to rotate over into vents and have the option to potentially refight mid after using this utility to force 100 Thieves out of that mid smoke.
They're going to Aspas is over.
100 Thieves look like they want to group back towards A, but that's exactly where Osbos is holding.
They have drone?
EU doesn't have the drone.
Oh,
that is a
fuck.
big miss to not have here.
How do you clear this?
The final boss holding down the line.
I hear Asuna.
They're ready on the swing. Osbos steps off.
Oh, nice.
Stunned up.
Really
with
good
the pullback star, he can
Oh!
find another shot. Another angle. Over the top is Asuna.
Oh
and the
my God, he
operator
jumped!
knocked the weapon for that job. Shenom.
That was such an unlucky miss, no? Wait, Verno.
Floods out onto site.
Verno still backside right now. Has an opportunity
What?
to shut this down, and he does with 2 kills. Now the rest of his team popping out of heaven. But 100 Thieves have managed to equalize. 2-on-2 now. And yet with only 20 seconds, they have to
Oh
fight
my
in.
God,
Verno isn't
Verno's
gonna let it happen.
Nah.
And MIBR up to 10.
NRG, honestly,
What a hold from
you should have just
Verno.
kept him, bro. Even if it wasn't
little
working,
bit
you
of
should have just
stall
kept him. Fuck it.
provided by
Let's just say
Osbos
it
on
now.
the
Fuck
site.
it.
And
Oh, that's a
MIBR
bad look for the boys, dude. I'm not
taking
gonna
no
lie,
time to
dude.
flood in.
Why is this guy
He
playing the
looks
Valorant
so
of his life all of a
precise,
sudden? He's 14
picking
and
off those
4.
3 kills.
I don't understand.
14-4 this map for the youngster.
You know, I've got to
He
respect
literally
the
just won them this
utility
round.
going in there between the Astro Star to Boostio having the flash ready to go. They dealt with
Shit.
Osbos. It was the backline that ruined them.
And the implications of that round are harsh. 100 Thieves does not have money. They've not earned any real
Ever since the Sentinels podcast has been in...
to dive into mid.
What
Asuna,
the f...
you know he's gonna get at least one there.
Omen.
Hold on.
Cortez is here.
4-on-3 for 100 Thieves. Cryo's 1 off the orb to have the ulti online.
Cortez is
Uh-oh.
stuck here. Wall up towards heaven. 4 players pinching onto him.
Good dodge.
Out. Oh, Cortezia. He's fumbled that one a little bit.
It's Boostio's jumping right click
What the
classic
fuck?
again that takes him down.
He got some chubby ass fingers just like me.
Osbos picks up a stinger now. I didn't see what gun he had to start the round.
He
I think
had
the
the
op
op,
and then just left it back in a safer position.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure they didn't hear him switching over to the gun, so he dropped that a little bit deeper, but the save call on an anti-eco is brutal, and it comes down to that mail dive. 100 Thieves increasing the tempo immediately at the start of the round. Nice little combo piece from Boostio and Asuna there to start things off the right way.
Yeah, I think Boostio's util has looked really nice thus far for these little set plays. We saw how much success MIBR was having with similar ideas on their attack half.
Wait a minute, chat.
pull the gap
Dare
down
I
to
say...
Really
Nah.
big rounds. If
We
they
got a
had
game on
lost,
our hands, bro. Holy
they would be
fuck.
looking at one
I
more
said it.
rifle round, basically, between
Fuck
them
it.
and
Fuck it, we ball.
losing their map pick.
Fuck it, we ball.
Could have been brutal. I mean, let's watch this
Look at
dive
this entry,
again.
dude.
Getting in front of the orb, so not even decayed is Asuna.
Nah, why are you replaying that production?
Is that
That's
a
weird.
four-wheel weapon change, I
That
feel
was
like?
weird, dude.
It wasn't pretty. That's what I
No.
feel like.
Oh my god, they got it from every angle.
Either way,
They
you're
got
not
it from
gonna be
every
happy
angle.
about
Look at
You
this.
can watch his POV. Oh,
Brutal.
that's tough.
Ref, are you kidding
100
me?
Thieves will take it, though.
But again, it's pistol round, except this time instead of a sheriff, Osbos has the op. And he got 2 with the sheriff last time. In that exact position. So just 100 Thieves baiting it out with the util, now moving back towards A.
Yeah, they've conditioned that setup 2 rounds now to allow themselves to have a later pop on B.
Now a drone just went into A main and didn't see anything.
Artisan?
So Artisan steps forward, stunned to take this
He
fight.
peppered him.
And he still goes 1-for-1 with it.
But that's the ultimate that now MIBR won't be able to tag into.
Bruno's here.
Stun for Verno. Awesome.
Not anymore.
Good with the movement. He's always stellar. Diving in.
Stellar
like he does
mentioned?
there.
100 Thieves don't have control of Heaven though.
Aware?
Cortez has already made it back into sight. Shenum's been called on in.
The res. That'll bring Xander back into a 5-on-3 for 100 Thieves. But they're re-hitting into this one. Shenom's still here. Holding
Osbos
the
is
line
here.
on ramp. The op in
What?
He's the man
Hello?
to do it. Locks
Guys?
down 3 kills
How's
in
everyone
main.
dead?
And now 100 Thieves are sent scrambling.
30 seconds left though. 100 Thieves
left.
may have heard the rotate from Shenum over towards the B side. So instead, looking to pinch back into the A site. Osbos is turned around.
But they're going B.
But now that spike is headed over to B.
Vipers,
And
wait,
that
they're going
would be
A.
brutal.
What's happening? Why is there
back into
disconnect here?
Osbos repositions just at the right time. Asuna
The
in
fuck
the
is going
air.
on?
He's
What?
gone too. The rookie, so good on the anchor. Pulled out his knife
He
last
spammed
round.
3 of them.
This time,
Wait,
he's got the gun
Cortesia's
up
a
for
fucking
4.
demon,
Cortez has
bro.
been on fire today.
Yeah.
That is just money. I mean, just mows
Replay?
it down through the smoke.
What?
Oh.
He's just tapping at head level, gets 2 kills.
Dude, what?
And this is exactly what the death
Nah.
us right now.
That's an insane way to spam them.
MIBR still far out in the lead of this game. These new players.
Nah, that's an
so much
insane way to
pressure off
spam them,
that
dude.
star.
Oh my god.
Hundred Thieves use the drone. Osboss tucks and it's broken.
Let's try.
And in return, they'll get space all the way up mid. Put some missiles towards vents.
Who's the
Just
ulting?
sending this one. Down into vents goes Asuna. The stun though.
Oh, no.
It's so good to block him off and deny this ult really any value in the round.
And Cortezia has already ulted back over to the A site.
Me and him the
Behind
same.
side. 100 Thieves are going to look to flip back towards B.
Or are they?
It's just Osboss.
Spike is heading towards A. They want to fake pressure into B and then pull back.
Breach ult. They're going back to A now. They're going A. They're going A.
Very successful.
Wait, Verno's in the spot. That never gets checked. Oh, never mind.
Anchoring still.
You
Verno
saw
in
him?
heaven, but he's spotted on the jump peak. Stun eluded by
He has
Verno.
rockets. He has rockets.
And now players arriving as Cortezia. Could he do it 2 rounds in a row? Paranoia up.
Don't show me this, bro.
Site, as in heaven, 1 by 1.
They got
100
owns.
Thieves all start to fall. It's a 5-on-2. 20 seconds.
Wait.
It's desperation into the site, but EU still
Ooh.
fighting. Oh my god!
Verno is doing some
It's
unholy
a nasty
things.
One tap from Verno, and that's gonna lock this round up. The shorty in hand. Asuna, no choice but to save.
Just another round here. MIBR have gotten the better.
He has 4 bullets left in his gun?
Continue.
The fuck did he do with all his
These
ammo?
pivots into mid, these fake out looks. But MIBR haven't really flinched, and their anchors have been good for it every single time.
Cortezia that round TP's into A really early. It almost looks like a mistake, but he holds his position and it's rewarded.
What a sick shot,
deep in the
bro.
late rounds
It's a nice angle.
Yeah, and again, as he's taking those fights,
guys.
we've got Verno coming out of
Fuck.
elbow, shutting
Wow.
it down, so it'll be Zix calling a timeout on map point.
100 Thieves, it feels
Wow,
like they've had a
wow,
lot
wow.
of success getting these first kills for Asuna, diving into mid, catching someone off guard. But like you mentioned, where they're really struggling is hitting in the late rounds and just getting mowed down by players on the anchor. The amount of 2, 3,
Wait, it was
4
7-10.
Ks
I said we have a game on our hands. They lost out.
Getting has been killing 100 Thieves these last few rounds.
Feels like with the amount of like map control they're playing with, the round shouldn't be so hard for them to maneuver. You'd imagine, right? So I wonder if for 100 Thieves, they might be better served instead of going for like the very loud fake plays.
I mean, this Jinx thing actually needs to be studied. It's like a real thing, no?
Like an embed, let them work on the lurk. We saw Cheno
Doesn't make
find a
any
lot
sense,
out of that in
but-
the
Because
first half.
right now, they're not pivoting back into their teammates. They're pivoting into space they think is empty or they think is light. It's a guessing game for 100 Thieves.
Time gets it if
They
this
need to
goes
play with
OT.
more real information and just play around.
It'll be pretty
you know,
tough.
some
Let's
kills
see.
from their team straight up.
Or maybe the answer is to just pick up the pace. 5 of them ready to go outside A this round.
It feels like
The one
okay,
size
it's gone.
fits all solution. The problem is with the breach positioning over here in the corner. If it's a ramps dive, that stun is brutal, and Verno is going to eat them up.
Which way did they go? 100 Thieves. Start the round slow. Pull back star in main. Now a pop. Heading into the site, but the stun, the missiles, and the hits are already
Yes, they
counted out.
ult.
Players are arriving for MIBR. The re-hit coming in, but Verno is in a position to flood. Osboss is here, and Artson on
Oh
the
my
site,
God.
not able to find
Who
any
still died?
value. But the
Oh my
supportive
God.
players for MIBR on the scene of the crime
Oh,
and
big
ready to
kill
find their
EU.
mark in this round.
Wait,
Into a
this wall is
2-on-3.
short, no?
The site secured.
Is that how it's
punt
supposed to
coming
be?
Down.
How did Sander get that spike? There was an op holding it, but Osboss fell off the angle for just a moment. Now with the knives popped, Osboss works heaven on his own as Cortezia moves slowly on
Big
the
kill
flank.
EU.
Nice from EU.
1v3 Cortezia?
Shuts down Osboss.
Surely too
and
much to ask for.
Only one man
This
left.
would be catastrophic, I'll say it.
1v3 for Cortezia. First player in heaven.
Time?
Cortesia knows he was here a little earlier in the round. But not a lot of
Ew,
time to work
nice
with
shots.
in EU. Well timed on the swing.
They might have to save
100
here?
Thieves
I don't
in it
know.
For another round.
That might be our.
Okay, so 5-player exec was the solution there. 100 Thieves do have the breach ult if they want to keep that going into the next round. The ult cycles wouldn't be so bad for them. Potentially Teo coming in the round after this too.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
ult. Verno's ult in that round is going to be meaningful for them. And I'm looking at the minimap right now. 100 Thieves are just getting ready for another A-slam. If they want to mix it up,
A
maybe
again?
this is the time they go for that heaven control and slow down the round in the aftermath.
This time rotates are a lot farther away for MIBR.
Yeah, well, it's also MIBR on a light buy. Only one rifle.
Dude, his drone is so
Just
annoying.
guessed wrong on the stack, but...
Oh, you got caught crossing.
Down goes Verno.
So
What the
it's
fuck?
same Exec with the stage hold to block off fence.
And again, if 100 Thieves can get in positions like this, the round should become very, very simple.
What the fuck is going on in the site?
Getting a 3K.
This time he's not. So good news for 100 Thieves.
MIBR's real option to retake from a position like this would be to have some kind of flank pressure coming in, or someone just going absolutely beast mode. Going out from...
Yeah, he's doing a sage wall through the wall. I'm seeing that as well. I guess it's a thing. Apparently it's been a thing.
Good news for 100 Thieves is they also, on the anti-eco, didn't have to use the Rolling Thunder. And if you're looking at the actual amount of rounds you have left, okay, you need to win 3 more rounds after this. One of those could be a breach ult. You're going to have the tail ult for the next one. Maybe we get Raze Astra online for the last. You start to believe a little bit more than you did a few minutes ago.
E wants his ult.
MIBR players
Oh.
to run towards the spike and...
Everyone died except
Fate.
Aspas.
This is only Aspas to hold on to his rifle.
Classic.
Artson did save up to get Aspas and off. Wonder if that's going to be the call.
Use one off, yeah.
And it looks like it is.
100 Thieves have done a great job thus far of pushing Aspas off these early lines. A combination of pullback smoke, using their refreshable utility, and having Asuna dive in means Aspas hasn't really gotten many impactful first kills with the off.
Yeah, it's clear the prep coming into this series for 100 Thieves has been to deny those early lines to Aspas. But it's that later phase, that mid-game, where 100
Fast
Thieves is
B?
getting muddied up.
100 Thieves, they conditioned the stun into B-main quite a few rounds earlier in this half. But this time they're ready to actually pop off of taking the space. Everyone here, Lucio with the Rolling Thunder.
Xander is still slow playing A side for a late lurk.
Cortesia on the site. Artson up in heaven as well. The Rolling Thunder
Good
is
ult.
in. MIBR can't dodge it. and
Nice shot.
blocked out of
Hello? Hello? Hello?
and it's back to a 4-on-4.
Spike planted.
100 Thieves in great positions too, with players flooding out from CT. So MIBR are going to focus on reclaiming heaven. If Cryo falls, this hold from 100 Thieves could be rough.
EU has the Teo ult. Maybe to fight back into heaven. No, Spawn the choice. And Verno's down. So it comes down to just the players fighting for
Ooh.
heaven and 100 Thieves.
Wait, they're
Proactive
saving.
on this site.
Again?
Holding forward angles. Push MIBR back.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Look, if 100 Thieves are planting the spike, their post plant is gnarly. When 100 Thieves are able to control the rounds and get in those positions that they've worked on, it becomes pretty challenging. And I'm looking at things. MIBR, it's not getting any easier. Gonna have a couple of rifles. The op going into the next round, but very likely being decided on the last round of regulation here.
What?
Boom shot.
Yeah, that was nice from Cryo.
Pick them up. Yoink.
What? We might have. We might.
MIBR now.
That is their first of the game, for the record.
Yes, they were in control for basically all of the first half. Won the pistol in the second. It's impressive 100 Thieves is even stealing this game, getting double pistol, losing the bonus in the first half, and how it was looking for quite a while there.
And good news for MIBR, even if they lose this round, they could call a timeout next round
Wow.
too. You know, really
It goes
make...
to OT, you have one more.
Or the famous back-to-back.
It's been a while since we've seen that one.
I mean, right now, the money, I know we can't see it right now, but MIBR are in a weird position because they technically have
Order
enough
food,
to
bro?
buy
How'd you
if
know?
They go for a judge or maybe a
I better
Guardian
not
on a
jinx
couple
it.
of
Brother,
players.
this shit's over.
But if they do that and it falls apart, obviously next round rough. But if they don't, they have to make sure their operator survives into the next round because they wouldn't have enough to rebuy that, I don't think. This timeout about a lot of things, how they actually approach this next round, potentially round 24. The buy here, it's going to be
No
two
ults
judges.
for so long. MIBR. I guess Xander's close. And
This
Asuna.
is forbidden technology.
To be fair, 100 Thieves has been going for a lot of these pops where they're putting all of their util on stunning and missiling the side anchors.
Yeah.
It might be a gap for a judge close into a smoke.
I like that MIBR are dividing up the judges too. You've got one in the Omen over towards B, the other is playing close A on the breach.
Both circuit courts, so to speak.
Exactly. And you got the teammates do a bit of baiting. Ospas has that. Oppa misses the shot.
Oh, it's unlike him. And now he's running all the way back as Asuna happily takes space on ramp.
B main is going to be the next focus of contest. Cortezia has
Uh-oh.
a judge and the rest of the 100 Thieves can get
No!
through him.
And they're heading right into it. The smoke fading. Cortezia, judge in the corner. One swings in, a second. Cortezia mows them down
Oh
with
my
the judge.
god,
And 100 Thieves
bro.
can't even accelerate into the site. Look at Asuna. Asuna's back in spawn. He was doing some late baiting over on the A side.
That
And
is
here
so
comes
sad.
Bruno, here comes Ospas.
They always find the way to break our hearts,
They're ready
huh?
to hold down B.
I mean, even the positioning in mid from MIBR gives perfect info.
Another missed shot from Ospas.
Not been his day so far. For MIBR as a team, it certainly has.
Stuns
GG.
miss. Vernos does as well, so Asuna gets out into a smoke, and that's a free kill on Tortson.
Hold on.
Maybe still a
30
chance
seconds.
in this yet, because Ospas is
enemy
low,
remaining.
but he doesn't miss this time. Xander, 1 versus 3. Ospas not finding that shot, but his team has got his back. And
Oh my god,
MIBR,
bro. Cortezia had a map, bro.
Take their opponent's
That is
map
sad.
pick and start this series with a win.
That is sad.
Cortezia just on fire in that opener. I mean, whether it was the near 1v5 play over on the B side to closing out the game with the judge. Smokes for MIBR has been on point to kick things off.
A really strong game from him. Verno as well.
What the fuck?
Having a ton of impact rounds, and I think also showing just a really good game plan against this 100 Thieves Sage comp. The contact plays into pops with the stun. Ospas on the jet was so effective in that first half.
Yeah, all of those early looks from them. Of course, the double pistols coming into play as well. And Cortezia, clutch on the attack side, and so solid.
Verno and
walking
Cortezia
down this
MVPs.
side of the map too.
This round was nasty from Cortezia, but that's it for map number 1. We head over to the choice of MIBR with their chance to close the series when we return.
What a way to lose, bro. What a way to lose the map, dude. Damn. Honestly, well played, bro. He saw an opportunity and he took it. All right, that's map 1. I think that was actually 100 Thieves map pick. I mean, what else you guys got? What else you guys got?
Coming in and swamp on the B side.
Julius has it right now. Hachimura wearing another kind of mask. He took it in hot nine. Oh, he got up there.
I mean, he's
What the fuck?
Hayes in the hole right there. I mean, that's him just going strong and over the top of the shot block. Julius has it.
Que hoje eu vou filmar aí, mano, essa caminhada aí. Dá essa câmera.
They don't have English subtitles.
Salve, galera.
What the fuck's happening in here?
Para de me gravar, mano. Não, mas agora você tem, tipo, tá muito branco o Supel. Sim, eu vou pedir
They
pra
do?
moça da maquiagem passar uma base, tá ligado? Tipo, tá, como é sol não pega, não. Isso, só agora esse tá branco e demais tá um pouco...
Not really, bro.
Tá muito estranho, mano. Galera, só pra deixar claro, mano, não...
It's auto-translate, bro.
O Saci imitou aspas colocando foto e ouvindo música de
Bro, why do you guys keep linking me things in Portuguese?
The cool thing about muscles is they do what you train them to do. Meaning if you want to make them bigger, you can make them bigger. If you want to make them longer, you can do that. Or get this, you could do both.
The other cool thing is once you build bigger, stretch your muscles, they tend to stick around for a while. So here's an example. If I stopped bodybuilding, it would take a while for my muscles to disappear. And if I started working on making them big again, they would come back twice as fast. Pretty cool, huh?
The same thing happens with flexibility. I've gone well over 6 months.
Gotta pee.
Map pick away. We're going to your map pick of Icebox next. What is the plan?
I have to
How are you
pee.
going to take 100 these down, make it a clean 2-0?
Just focus on our own game. You know, obviously it's important to understand what the other team does, but we've been practicing really hard, drilling like our timings and our execs. So really just focusing on ourselves to make sure that our game plan works. And if it's not, then we'll adapt mid-round.
Well, best of luck.
Okay, so you see Bunny, Bunny, you gotta go here. Bear, if you choke Bear, you're off the team, all right? GB. That's all I gotta say. Done with that. What happened? Oh, sorry, I was just talking to the squad. Apologize. Hey, you know, we gotta get ready, okay? Because Icebox is coming up next here, and well, if you are a 100 Thieves fan,
off a Fiverr.
yeah. What can I say? I'm basically like I'm like a Timu coach. You know what I mean? You order me in, and I'll get here in 2 to 3 days. In any case, though, folks, MIBR picks up the win on Split. And folks, we talked about what were the win conditions here for MIBR and also the win cons for 100 Thieves. But primarily MIBR, they did their homework, Bren. It was very evident in the first round of play.
We raised, I think, a potential red flag of 100 Thieves running the exact same comp that they've been doing.
Months without stretching, and after a few days of training again, have all of my flexibility come.
Next. Brother is smurfing, no? Bro's playing versus bankers and plumbers.
Just don't up the rest of the fucking game. Serious shit right now. 2 minutes.
I couldn't get him either, dude.
Bro, I broke my chair completely broke. Lath, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you, dude. Armrest side is gone now. I fucking punched it so low, it broke through the fucking thing. Now it's sticking out the bottom and I can't get it fixed.
Took your map pick. We're going to their map pick of Icebox. You took a couple timeouts there to kind of readjust and settle. Were you happy enough with those adjustments and you're confident going to map 2, or was it because you took a while to come out here?
Yeah, I'd say like honestly like we were making a lot of mistakes that are like we're like just thinking too much. Like if we just see 3 people turn around, like just basic things like that, that map would have been pretty different. I'd say overall we played a really solid map of Split. Outside of obviously, like, you know, we have to get pistols. We had a man advantage in the second pistol. Bonus, we got bonused. I mean, there's a lot of negatives to what ended up happening, obviously, but I mean, overall, I think gun rounds ended up going our way majority of the time, and we know exactly how they play. Like, we have a very, very good read on them, so we know exactly what to expect on Icebox, so we're definitely coming in confident.
All right, best luck on map 2.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Dare I say it.
We have over $1,000 for Valorant coaches. Because I'm sick of being bullied.
This is too long, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nah, we're not doing that right now, bro.
Otherwise, you need a hero moment at the very beginning of a round, potentially, and missing an AWP shot like that. Otherwise, you need a hero moment at the very beginning of a round, potentially, and missing an AWP shot like that is not going to be the one. That's a team kill to come through from Elige. That's a bit awkward. Rain didn't deserve that.
What the fuck?
And Al Horford. That was 2017.
Wow. I tell you, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I mean, to be so young, have had so much success in the postseason. It's been fun to watch.
Carter, kick it out. Caldwell Pope goes to the mid-range. It doesn't work. Contact, and look out. And it doesn't work. Goes to the mid-range. It doesn't work.
What the fuck? Why did that guy leave?
Contact, and look out. Al Horford took exception. Officials get in between. There were issues in game one between Caldwell Pope and Horford after the hard foul. Thought he crossed the line.
And I watched Caldwell Pope there on that play. Looked like he
What's the argument here?
making excuses, but it looked like he didn't see Al Horford. He was
They like ran into each other, right?
Mask is in position. Mask has got everything in the world. Wow. Oh, that was close. That might have been a pin. But Devin's holding. Mask thinks he pinned him. Unbelievable. How is Devin holding it? Unbelievable.
This guy's fucking bicep.
Oh my goodness. Look at that angle. Whoa.
The fuck am I watching?
How good was Tarek at CSGO? Pretty fucking good, bro. Everybody remembers the fucking C.
Coming into the second one here. It's Icebox.
All right,
one both
map
teams are very
2.
comfortable on, and one that 100 Thieves is super familiar with. They just played this exact same comp from Crew last
W Glaze, W Glaze, W Glaze, W Glaze.
MIBR Crew, they're playing the same comps basically every time
Pretty
they
much
roll
the
out
same
on
style,
this.
too.
Yeah, it's very, very similar looks.
Who's glazing?
Expect to see
Wait,
the
we're not
Harbor
starting yet.
and
Fuck.
whatnot come out from the MIBR side. Well, 100 Thieves continue playing the
Jet's
comp
on
that they've been
cryo.
playing so
Or
much
cryo's
back
on
in
Jet.
2024,
It's
right? The
winnable.
Gecko plus the Sova is pretty effective at getting information, and of course that Gecko wingman really, really nice in the post plants.
Yeah, that it is. On
Have
the
I seen
attacking
Automatic's
side, I think
TikTok
the
how he's
Thieves is
taking
gonna
up
be even
golf?
quicker
I've
for
seen it.
100
We should
Thieves.
watch one of those
You'll
clips.
see them a lot take space somewhere like A main and then wait for their refreshables.
He does like a clip a day, I think, or something.
Strong execs here, and even against the Harbor Viper, double scan is super strong to be able to kind of clear.
Gambo's closing soon. Go all in unless you're a bitch.
For sure. I feel like a lot of people have sort of forgotten about
Don't
the.
bring that energy. That energy I like. You're a boss, okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And the other energy we have.
Spin,
tomorrow,
ass
but,
pass, spin.
No, I do like the wingman. Of course, I think. Come on, that's a good one, maybe.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I got a slight chuckle, and that's all I'm ever after. But I don't talk about Gecko,
Yeah,
because
talk about
everyone
Gecko,
else has
please.
forgotten about Gecko except for Zix. Zix and Austin are like the only
He's the
Gecko
last
heads.
guy who remembers.
Yeah, they're the only Gecko heads left out there. But whether it's, getting the cringe like top A site post plant setup, whether it's, retaking with wingman.
Why does
just
his
having
mic sound
extra
muffled?
block to
Mine?
fade out all that post plant util. I think this agent is very slept on this map still.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, it feels like their whole approach to this year was like, everyone discounted agents.
Oh,
Leon's gone,
the caster?
Gecko's gone. And they were like, wait a minute, guys, we can just still play all those agents.
Yeah.
They're actually still pretty good. And it's been hit or miss depending on the take, but generally 100 Thieves is one of the few teams
No!
blazing their own trail, not playing nearly as much Teo Breach.
You did this.
By the way, the timer stopped, guys.
How dare you?
Oh my god, it's actually a tech pause.
Where are they? I don't see them. Where? Over there. Why? Why? Come on. Just one day we get through no problems. That's all I'm asking for.
No.
Unbelievable.
And it's looking like some kind of mouse issue. By the way, that heart is going to stay as just half of one if you're bringing that energy.
You know, my issue is that mouse pad is upside down. Looks like the water is in the sky and the sun is in the ground.
You think that matters?
I think that matters. That's an issue. That's a personal issue.
I'll play with my mouse pad at vertical sometimes, like spun around. So
Do you have a
long side is
design
up.
on it?
No.
Well, then that's fine.
Okay.
But don't put a design on it if it's going to be
Well,
upside
no, now
down.
look, the camera can see it and
That's
its
nice.
face. That's actually kind of optimal.
It's a pretty mouse pad, too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is he charging his mouse right now?
We'll let you guys know as soon as possible when we're about to get into game.
I think he's
three.
charging his
That
mouse.
pause, we saw our agents. Let's talk a little bigger picture, though, because winner of this one gets to play against Crew. And for 100 Thieves, I think they want that. It was a pretty close game at the end of the group stage, and it'll be their opportunity for revenge if they win this series against MIBR.
There's MIBR Crew. That's just a banger.
It
All
is.
things considered. I think loser would end up going down and facing
Explain why
NRG in
pros
an
always forget to
elimination
charge
match,
mouse.
which would equally be a banger.
What would be the equivalent of a sports player forgetting to do something before their game? Like forgetting to...
Start out on their attack side.
Like, what's the analogy compared to
Over on the A site. Rest of his team is
forgetting
playing
your
B,
gear?
and already quick on the dash.
Forgetting their
See him
shoes?
checking out a little bit more on those angles.
But they brought their
Already lost his
shoes. They just
only
forgot the
ability this
laces. Or like, I don't know, they didn't charge it, you know?
Alcina spotted. And Osboss, he'll run
All right,
away
we're
from
live.
this one. MIBR really happy to play retake with this comp.
Yeah, Shannon pops that wall relatively early, too. 100 Thieves not respecting it at all. Could end up stalling out this retake for MIBR.
More shock darts going in. Onside post plant against the Harbor.
How's he alive?
Up again. This time only one kill on the pistol.
Wait a minute, Windows volume is low. I'll turn it up after this round.
Thieves only have one guy left on this side. He's got to run too. So a 3v4, but time already working towards 100 Thieves.
Oh my god, he's so
favor, and now
shaky.
they fight back in, but smokes are up on the
Cove?
side. Artson diffusing in the Cove, and they're getting the kills, but can they stop the defuse?
What
Not
the
in
fuck?
time. MIBR just inside the safety
That looks
of their
so funny, I'm
Cove.
sorry.
Come up with a third pistol round out of 3.
Yeah, just brutal for 100 Thieves, not winning on these low gun rounds. And there it comes with 100 Thieves realizing, hey, it's a pistol. We actually don't have all that insane
Sorry about
post-fight
that.
utility to stall. So instead of being able to fall back later in the round like they would have liked to, they're forced to go for these fights, and that Cove made it such an issue.
And I
Damn.
think 100 Thieves
Did
have
Verno
a
ever
good
say
read
nice on
into
NRG?
Harbor Five.
Bro, I'm
Trying
just
to play
instigating
really
drama.
heavy
That's
on
cool.
site and fight ahead of the walls. MIBR really only has the Sova Dart to get back in. They don't have any flashes. They don't have a ton of
I don't think
util
he said
to
anything on
actually clear out the
NRG.
site,
Oh,
but they just
my bad.
straight up win out in the trades. And once you're off the site, it's so hard to win against that Cove.
Early outlaw posts.
Oh god.
Asina splatters
And so
on
it
the
begins.
And
My
that's a
literal,
fight, too.
like,
Cryo's gonna steal that one. And
like the
get
thing
back
that makes
towards
me the most happiest in the world is that I get 2 or 3 kills on pistol. I don't die. Second round, I get an outlaw. I'm just set up for a 30 bomb. Like me and Aspas, the same for real. We have to be stopped.
That alarm bot that actually gets dragged a little bit.
The
didn't
outlaw is so
actually
good.
Pop all the way because it was blocked off with division.
Orb up again. And you're going to see a lot of this waiting on 100 Thieves attack side.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Guys,
used our
guys,
Sova
I don't know if I
Dart.
can
Let's get
say
that
it
back online,
or
then we
show
can
it because it was
finally
given to me in
re-hit. Once we have
confidence,
the
I
gas,
believe.
but unfortunately, they're heading into the outlaw. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Crucial had some nice shots, but
Yesterday, I
protection
was
better.
given proof
Just
that I
for
was
the
getting
Guardian
stream
and
sniped.
locks up a second
These
round.
kids are
I
fucking
feel bad
shameless
hyping
out
up
there in
protection.
ranks,
That
dude.
last map was insane.
Shameless. I got proof of this. I don't know if I can show it though. I have to ask them.
But I do like sort of how he holds over on that B side as well. So much what MIBR is trying to. You see those double mollies that he's
You can
put down?
show
That's
it?
just to
Oh.
Guard that
Okay,
space on
can I
back
say who I
yellow.
got it from
By
or
the
nah?
time those mollies are out, teammates will have rotated over. MIBR will be able to push and re-get that position over on the back of that box.
Placing swamp grenade.
Makes it really annoying to hit onto the B side when he's putting down those 2 mollies.
I won't say who I got it from unless
Yeah,
they
you
tell
just
me
gotta
I
put it
can.
down the mollies there if you wanna
I'll just show the clip. I'll show the clip after halftime or after this map.
So 2 different lines of defense.
Show it
First
or
you
you're
have the
faking
alarm
it?
bot and
Dude,
the
it's
ward
actually
that go down
shameless
there.
out of this
Then you
fucking
have the
freak
double
of
mollies
nature,
blocking off
dude.
yellow. And then you've probably got 5 players of MIBR
Shameless
behind
out of this
it,
freak
so
of nature, guys.
good luck,
I'm
100
telling you
Thieves.
guys, I'm not
They built
shit,
this
bro.
utility
I'm getting
early
stream
on in the
sniped.
round,
All right, focus
which
on the game. Sorry.
pace they're working at now is fairly nice.
He's very disciplined with it. Doesn't choose to pop the mollies yet.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that next wave of util.
And here it comes. Molly's popped.
What?
But Cryo up
How?
over top. A duel against the Killjoy who just nearly jumps out of danger.
Yeah, nice that Cryo gets on top there, but again, it is down numbers. Bit of a worrying sign for 100 Thieves.
A better sign. A site's open for now, and Boostio's in a position to walk up into that space, but he's very worried.
They're so far away.
about a
40
walk-up from his
seconds,
opponent.
dude.
Yeah, I don't think 100 Thieves got full information of players rotating over, so it's still a bit of a gamble moving back to this area.
Are MIBR gonna realize?
Still, MIBR will be playing full retake, and they have their
They're gonna play
beautiful
full retake. They don't
rifle wall
care.
to play around, of course. Artsen's wall should also be coming back in not too long. So see what they can do. Expect 100 Thieves to play forward without a lot of tools in the post plant left to them.
Chalk?
100 Thieves would love
Wow.
to see Cryo get an early kill
Oh
here. The
my
shot
God.
darts, ooh, nearly actually
He's got owned.
quite low on that,
That
second one.
sucks.
Yeah, but 100 Thieves have to take the early fight, so they're just going to get blocked off by the smokes. Everyone's boosted up here.
It's going to give some creative crossfires to the players holding down this site. First kill's good for EU. They hold strong on their positions with MIBR starting to make their way in here, starting to trade things out, but time is low. The smokes players are dead, and the shots, oh,
What
not
the
quite
fuck?
landing there. Verno has to back his buddy up, and he's done that. EU 1v2 darts.
Oh my God, he's darting for what? I mean, I'm stupid, I know, but why did he dart?
100 Thieves are already thinking themselves, not again. MIBR starting to run away with things. Comes with that early pick over in B main.
That's how he got that kill? Wow. I thought it was through the smoke.
Austin in the last 2 rounds has just been destroyed.
Oh
without
my
having much
God.
of a chance to take a fight.
Nah, Cortezio whiffed, but he had 2 insane kills.
With the sheriff
I
starting
think
to
you
pop
can
up.
give him the credit now.
Now I'll give it to him when he basically
Dude, 100
just
Thieves
wins
might
around
actually
for his
just
team.
be shit.
6-1 at this point. And it's giving echoes of map 1. Remember, 100 Thieves started that game
I
down
just
0-4
like the
on
players
Split.
on paper, they seem good to me. That's why it's so confusing. That's the thing for myself. That's the reason for me it's confusing, because the players on paper are good.
Especially after taking out Verno.
But in reality, they don't look good together, I guess.
Mollies
So
from
it's just
both
confusing.
teams, but 100 Thieves. Front sight, that's theirs.
I
Here
jinxed
comes
them.
MIBR.
I literally
Flooding
called them
in.
shit,
The
now they're
trades are
insane.
Good, and now Shenom in a 1-on-2. Drops in, Boostio.
Oh my
doesn't
God.
Get it, but
Oh my God.
backs him up with a stunning shot. And 100 Thieves couldn't do it on the bonus, but they've got it on the eco.
Wow, that was the sole rifle going into that round for 100 Thieves on EU. He's able to get the job done. That was a
MIBR
wild
is
round. I'm
good,
not sure
I
exactly
agree.
What happened. It seemed like MIBR really stuck onto these fights. You can see them trying to flood out into the back of sight. They don't
I just
wanna
have
give up
fake
that
hope,
space at
man.
all.
I'm deluded.
But as a result, I think their spacing was just a little
Don't
bit
talk
off.
during the
Everyone kinda
Sentinels
took their
match,
once
please.
and got a bit demolished by EU's rifle.
He's gone under the radar after being one of the most standout rookie players of last year. A really hyped guy coming off of that M80 roster who just narrowly missed out on their own spot here in the Americas League. And it's been a little quieter this year.
They have
thus
role
far, but
issues.
you
Their
still
star
see
duelist is on
glimmers
stage
of
because he can't play
how
race
good
tiers
he
into
can
the
be,
league.
what the
Oh,
peak star
shit.
for EU on the
Nah,
industry.
Shaz, we gotta
I'm
get you in the watch
saying
party
all
if you're
this
saying
'cause,
spicy things like that.
It's another tech pause.
Where's that
Show the
fan?
clip. Guys,
This
be
is on
patient,
you.
bro.
You
I'll show the
did
clip
it.
after the map.
Not paying.
Don't rush it, bro. I want us to absorb the clip like properly, you know?
Where?
I think you're lashing out because of the tech pause.
I'm not lash. See the tech pause sign. I swear.
It's not a supportive
You
sign.
said at half?
It's a flat
I have to
face.
pull
It's
it
a-
up
it's a
and shit.
cold-
Like, it'll take me a
Is there an
second.
vertical line called? I don't even know. Here we go. Hit towards B from 100 Thieves. What is it called?
Just know that it's
It
shameless.
doesn't matter, Mimi.
I cannot wait to go to watch the accountant too after this watch party.
Last time Cryo
Bro,
went for
W
the
fucking
jump
mans,
and
dude.
Dash over to top yellow, which is actually really effective at
Maybe
getting
Ben
around
comes
the
back on the stream after,
setup
if
of
the movie's a hit.
Cortez. This time Cortez's only got the one.
Thrash into B.
Oh.
Pretty deep back. Catches onto
Oh,
C.
no!
I've seen this
Again!
before, but he's got the Hunter's Fury shots this time.
Real ones remember.
Oh my God, MIBR.
Ooh.
They found 2 kills. It's an even round, and Verno, he's got another. MIBR!
Observer!
Stolen this round.
Well, that was a nice box round. That was just a little bit all over the place. Okay, let's try and track all the kills, because that was an insane round to try and observe.
The fuck happened there, Prius?
Is boosting over in back Snowman over the Viper Wall, getting a kill, then getting
Now,
traded.
low-key, I guarantee you Prius eating a fucking burger and he fat-fingered. I guarantee you, bro. He observes, he eats while he observes. I told him to shut off that shit.
Here we go.
See, that's cute. That's cute.
Nice kill.
Oh, he overstayed.
But then this happens under sight, but at the same time, Verno is top sight. So Asuna has
Wow.
like players coming out.
I think he should have died there, right?
Good job, Verno! I don't think anyone knew what was happening.
No, I gotta say, like, Cortez is insane, but I have to commend his, like, hype, too. He brings good energy to the team, bro. I like his vibes, dude. I might duo with him in ranked.
Just a hero rifle on EU.
I need someone like that, me, as a duo.
Cryo is one off
I need him
his
to
ult.
hype me up when I get, like, a 3K.
Grab the Blade Storm for this round. He bought full armor into this round to support it.
We haven't seen Shenum playing.
He does not know you. He does not want to play with you. Bro, you guys are weird, bro. Bro, if I was in his shoes, I would want to play with me.
Deep lines.
Like, in-game. What?
But EU still has
Pause?
the dart that should go back yellow. It actually looks like Shenum has fallen out of the area, so seeding over that space as more players rotate onto the B side for MIBR. And this walk in.
What the fuck is Bustio doing playing with his mollies and shit?
Eventually they will. Cryo gets one with the blades, but Cortez.
Bustio's playing with his mollies like he's playing with a doll.
Being broken, 100 Thieves. They're getting held at the gates. They have to go all the way back into the corner behind Yellow.
Oh my god.
Not in time. Now a flank for Ospas activated in the Outlaw. One bullet will do it on the
Oh my god!
Easy for Ospas.
Now can be victim to EU's Vandal.
Nah, 100 Thieves
On the
are
save this
shit,
time
dude.
around,
I'm
no,
not
sir.
gonna. I can't sugarcoat it anymore. Now I know why Nation ignored my
Does
text.
cost Cortez his ult
He
there, but
knows.
at the end of the day,
He
not too
found. He
bad for
realized before
MIBR.
me.
And that is a good look. For more things to come for 100 Thieves, you can see them trying to fight forward through their own Viper Wall there with the Dizzy. A lot of teams on Icebox don't actually run flashes in their comp, so it can be really hard to actually take that deep space. This is now the last couple rounds in a row we've seen 100 Thieves try to play aggressively and get in front of the MIBR retakes. Because if you just play passively, play
Nation is
offside,
not
that's
having a
100
good couple
Thieves.
days. His team is ass, and so is he at
The
PUBG Mobile.
smokes, everything's
Retweet.
just so frustrating to deal with. So even
Real
down
ones know.
4 rounds so far. I still like the post-plant approach from 100 Thieves, but
Wait, half of you are retweeting and you don't even know the context.
It is
You
tough
are
to find
sheep
the
for
perfect
real.
balance between
Me and you
being
the same.
proactive enough to not get cut off by the smokes and being out of position and getting caught off by people. Kind of have to be on point with that one. And sorry, MIBR, they have been great in the retakes. 4 out of 5 of the rounds they win.
Unfortunately, I was there.
I do wonder if 100 Thieves are going to start doing anything.
Said
in the
unfortunately,
mid-space
I
coming out
was
this time
there.
out. We've seen really just, holding looks. Boostio in that last round, maintaining that space, but we haven't seen any aggressive lurking or ideas around that.
Okay.
Just seen a lot of these, opens and
If you
want
want to fix 100 Thieves, you just fire everyone except Cryo and rebuild from there.
Mirrors for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, would like to see a little more from Xander. Had big shoes to fill, replacing Bang this year. Someone who has been.
I mean, what's the take?
100 Thieves'
Or no?
best player
Fire
in the
Cryo
2024
too?
season.
He has to go as well?
That guy continues to be a beast, but
I don't know. Maybe just keep Boostio?
to find their way around Ospas' off. They were really good at this.
Build around
back
Asuna
on
again.
Split.
Oh,
This
okay.
time, though, you don't have quite the same level of util, and just like on Split,
Oh my god. Dude, it's everything is. Wait, this is the angle I got stream sniped on yesterday. Chat, I'm gonna show you the clip. Remember this angle. Remember this angle, okay? Remember this angle.
As the wall
This is the
falls,
angle I got
it's a
sniped on.
free kill for Shenum.
And I don't love Xander's chances on a round like that to prove himself.
Not quite.
Being asked to do a little bit too much after you lose 2 players in A main early.
Yeah, 30 seconds in, it's a 2v5.
Yeah, this is also not the mid look that I was hoping for 100 Thieves, the desperation mid push.
The pray for a kill. And
What the fuck is that kill?
I don't think that. Be an answer
Dude, they're getting
to it.
rolled.
MIBR
Was that off a pause?
on this round. I don't think anyone even took damage.
I'll add insult to injury. That was 100 Thieves buying down to nothing.
Oof.
Now again, this is MIBR's map pick, but If you stepped away during halftime and didn't hear Zix's interview, this guy sounded.
Nah, but low key,
like,
like
we
most
played
of
a
us
great
are
map
hate
display.
watching.
We
Like
just lost our pistols.
this is like Marv watching NRG, no? Oh
feeling
no,
okay.
like
Lost a
fuck.
couple key rounds.
Came
C'est
in-
la vie.
Yeah, it came in and said we have the
was
exact.
literally like
read
Marv
on how
watching
MIBR
NRG.
are going to play this map. So, well, even if they have the read, it doesn't seem to have been enough so far.
Yeah, that book has teeth.
Uh-oh, they're speeding it up. I'm unfortunately a fan. Zesty. Come over to Sentinels, bro. We'll treat you good, man.
See if they can get in a post.
Our merch is
They've got
only getting
strong
better.
Ultimates to be able to play off of, but MIBR already have 4 players on this side of the map. They know 100 Thieves have not been going for fakes. It's just been open into the Gecko utility reset into the hit.
Good night, little buddy. Spike is dropped and Ospas dives away. In through with the trades, 100 Thieves.
Oh!
Having some success. A chance for a round. An ultimate used. And the operator, a tough weapon to retake into a pit with.
Oh my god, is he in the ult? He is. Watch, Aspas is gonna shoot a random bullet into the ult and get a kill.
Ospas takes his time. Clearing every angle, trying to find any mistake. Shannon, tap on the spike. Spray coming through. Shorty.
What?
They'll do the job for one, but the Viper is still alive and time is becoming a big issue. Molly at the feet, Ospas dead, and
They got
that
it.
should be it. Time is too far gone, and 100 Thieves. It's a simple round, just a straight up exec, but it's their first
Thrifty.
success.
Is both
in
their
a
round wins a
while.
Thrifty? I think both round wins are a Thrifty.
2 for 2 on the Thrifties, I suppose, for 100 Thieves. And it comes after basically the same situation they won the last time around, right? It's MIBR trying to hold on to the site, but not playing really any complementary angles as far as I can tell. Or at the very least, 100 Thieves utility was forcing players away from being able to trade. You know, that player getting tagged through back on
I'm new. What is a Thrifty?
sign.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
MIBR need to figure
Kind of
out
question
their
is that, bro?
A-hold when they are playing backside.
We're not gonna
or
sit here and
100 Thieves
explain
might
the
just
game
keep
to everyone
dipping
that's new,
in
dude.
to that side of the map.
They'll have good reasons to this round. Cage ult online, but here's an aggro look. Ospas forward. Ult used to help him out, but he has to fall away. The ultimate, though. It's good for Inferno as Xander gets proactive on the lurk up mid.
Bro, this is a joke. Chill, man.
On the back pedal, he'll stay
Thrifty
alive,
means that
but
basically
more
your
forces willing
team's
to deal
equipment
pure
value
epic.
is
Here and Xander, low on health.
greater than 5,000 than the other team.
I think it's 5,000 or 10,000.
Mid to clear out Xander.
It basically means one team had bad guns and they won the round.
But 100 Thieves are looking for the kills. Cryo not sticking that through. Killjoy lockdown is now going to guarantee the plant, but keep your eyes on Shenum on the flank.
He's up quick. Ready on the angle. You.
Oh.
Spots him.
Oh, he took the
and
fight.
gets the kill as
It's
well.
big kill, big kill. Wait, hold on.
Now a 2-on-2.
Wait, it would be 100 Thieves fashion to
cryo
bring this
forward
map back
towards
and bring back
spawn.
the series.
And only one bullet in the chamber for Ospas.
EU? Aspas versus 2. Does he clear this?
Slowly clearing out.
Aspas versus Cryo?
Trying to find the shot onto the player. Cryo looks the wrong way. Now the classic up.
He
Dash
shot.
forward, trying to claim a weapon. And he's
Oh my
gone
god,
down
where are you
into
jumping?
Scampers away. Tucks in on the site.
He's wrapping time.
Starts to
Time.
wrap his
Time.
way
Rob, where's the
around.
timer?
Ospas,
Rob, where's the
not a lot
timer?
of time to work with.
Oh my god,
Gonna
he backed
kill.
him.
He is not giving it. He tucks tight.
Snap pass
Time
strikes
works in his
again.
favor, and despite Ospas' 3K, 100
Oh no,
Thieves
there's no
win their
time.
first rifle round.
100 Thieves are really exploiting this A side of the map. MIBR got so distracted, I think, with Xander finally taking the opportunity on a mid lurk. And it came after there was this big opening into the A space, so I really like Xander's timing going into mid. First of all, he thought the
You
alarm
popped
bot was
off here, huh?
because they'd seen that so many times before.
Another little clutch for the boy.
Self glaze?
Keeping it good.
Dream big, make it happen.
Xander might try and take another opportunity at some point again.
Oswald again with the off. Dodges the dizzy and gets
He
his
used
target.
dead. He
Used
self glazed
dead.
and died
Flash
immediately.
hit and gone as well.
Ooh,
as
big.
Shenop
Oh!
tried to do something more, maybe overstayed his welcome towards yellow.
A little bit awkward. 100 Thieves run out of gas on the Viper.
Here.
So have to slow down before committing the plant.
Poor Dizzy not going to get picked up.
100 Thieves have no real chance of swinging back yellow until the gas is back.
No dash for Ospas. He doesn't have a chance to risk pushing that smoke.
Wait, he spammed the bomb.
Stopped, and Cortesia gets a
And
kill
that
as well.
Xander going down means no smoke, so now all of the crosshairs are opened up.
Ah!
Sightlines available. Cryo
What?
pushes in.
Oh my god.
Shut
Nah,
down instantly.
get that out of here,
Aspas does it
dude.
like that.
Come on,
Misses the
man.
upshot. Gets him with the classic, and they're
that
back
is
in
just
control
ridiculous.
of this game. 7-3 now.
Tough round for 100 Thieves.
They're only showing Aspas's kills.
Not doing perfect work at clearing the jet. Of course, they
They literally
saw
only
that
show
the
his
Dizzy
kills.
got
They
a
don't
ping
care
on
about anyone
someone.
else. What the fuck is happening? They even showed his kills from the
Realized
last
that
round.
Aspas had just tucked away on the back left corner. That'll be 100 Thieves forced down into a save.
4-1 stack. MIDR forward, fighting on A.
Oh my god, he almost died the same way.
Out for a kill this time, but up top.
What the fuck? Is that free?
The ultimate trying to punish this forward.
Traded.
Can he get a tag yet? That's a death onto the IGL.
They're going B.
And it's even back to a 4-on-4 as 100 Thieves explores their options.
Yeah, thing is MIBR, they've still got that alarm bot in B main, so they won't be too fooled by a play like this. Got Molly.
Cortezia has ult. Does he pop it?
To stop the flip back into Snowman. Bit of a different setup that we've seen from Cortesia.
Already though, having to use the Sova ult on what is just an eco
No,
round.
he's gonna go for kills.
Really want to win it.
Wait.
On the lockdown.
I think he's dead.
In time, Cortesia. Oh, a little pressure there.
Don't touch my ult!
Oh, it's excellent.
Don't touch my ult!
Cortesia Shorty to finish the job.
Well done.
They trade out ults, but MIBR again winning the round.
Yeah, that was kind of nice from Cortesia. He thought, originally he was thinking, I put this down now and they won't be able to plant. You don't have to stall the round. But instead, because he puts it down at the same time the spike's getting planted, 100 Thieves are almost forced to fight up into that. Had a good line on the spam. The rotates were coming in quick enough to capitalize off of it as well.
One enemy remaining.
It was a rougher map one, but Aspas here in playoffs delivering.
Let's go.
He's 15-6 on Icebox thus far.
Damn, bro. And y'all were sleeping on MIBR too.
Attack side, 100 Thieves again looking at the A side of the map. MIBR have solved their problems on A.
Oh no, they're copy pasting the nade shot
this
tweet.
round, it's a Killjoy setup there instead. And a unique turret placement as well to watch the cross into window. But it's all just to set up this Viper's Pit. Play very deep on the information.
Look how far Artsin
Oh,
is
this
walked up
spot
here
is
as
so
well.
good.
Might have a chance on Debusio if he wants to take his timing.
Oh my god, look at this setup, chat. Aspas has his door. Oh my god, show me, show me.
Artsin spots the shoulder. That's a great jiggle from you. Another punish coming through. but
How the
Artsin
fuck does he get
blind
two,
down.
dude?
He's still good for two. And while he found his mark, there's still the
Oh
operator
my
waiting
god.
here.
Oh
To
my
hold down the space
god.
on B. Where's 100 Thieves heading?
Lucio.
They still want to make an attempt to take B main.
Nah, Xander, you take the shot. Nah, you go. Nah, I'll go. Fine.
We'll have his start.
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
Into the op instead.
What is going on?
That's one for Aspas. He keeps the pressure applied, sticks around back yellow and wants to swing in for more. His team's starting to arrive. The
He's getting
op
flanked.
posted on the angle again. And it's locked down Aspas.
Wow,
He
man.
does everything.
They played so
on
well.
B.
9-3.
3 kills from him, 2 from Artsin, and a shutdown to end the half.
Just a dominant first half from MIB. Apart from those few silly little thrifty rounds that 100 Thieves won, just dominance from MIBR. And continuing to find different looks round after round. This is the first time 100 Thieves have seen anything like this.
Nice.
And it blew him up.
He's not even phased.
Aspas cool, calm, winning that last round. They're up 9-3 as we head to the half.
Just straight up chilling, dude. Fucking chilling. What the fuck? Greek Creed?
Does she know?
Does she know she's live?
What the heck? My bang's like. Oh.
She's not answering. Big sigh, big sigh.
Armor as well. It's time for him to show up big.
Had 0.97 KPR in the regular season.
All right.
The highest
9-300 Thieves. Let's show them what we're made of.
Was electric, but he's yet to get that going here in the playoffs. And well, he's not on the right side this round. Said it's pressure towards A, but there's a 4-stack here from 100 Thieves. They're ready to try and hold, but it's still going to be an onslaught. Busio through everyone's blinded up, but 100 Thieves do well on the conversion. Now they have to take the time to
Aspas is
back
alive.
away,
Hold on.
They'll start to lose more.
He's 19 and 6. How is Verno 7 and 3?
Cryo's just sprinting through spawn right now.
Oh my god, Verno's aware. No, he's not. He has a knife out. Unless.
Control of the spike.
Behind you, brother.
100 Thieves duelist. It's finally the duelist head-to-head we've been waiting
Oh my god, Cryo versus Aspas. I saw this in a movie.
It's likely a
Wait,
fairly
wait,
meaningless
what?
situation. Cryo's going to get the job done for 100 Thieves' first pistol.
Very nice from 100 Thieves. Wait for contact in main. Pop back through with the dart and the dizzy and went out in the
Guys?
ball.
Now the other thing 100 Thieves
He
did,
forgot?
I don't know
What do you
if
mean he
guys paid
forgot?
attention to Cryo's
I just
money
told
at the
him.
start of that round. Yes, he had a ghost skin from a teammate. Yes, he had light armor. He didn't buy any utility. He was holding on to 400 credits, maintaining that he can guarantee have an operator for round 3. 100 Thieves realize how far behind they are
Guys,
right
win
now.
me this bonus. I promise you we win this game for free.
And look,
Clip it. Please clip it. I'm begging you.
What I'm trying to say is he wants to have that op on a quote-unquote bonus round.
And to prove it forward, they've bought him a Guardian. He still has almost 4K in the bank.
Bro's just getting handouts. One of the things 100 Thieves do well, too, is especially on the A side of this map, the way they fight together and play complementary angles has been a strength of theirs consistently.
Aspas is here.
Wait, you running with a Guardian like that? That is psycho, no?
Good spray transfer. I think he might have just righted this ship. They're not out of the storm yet, though. Guns to be picked up on this side and a plant going in for Cortesia.
Those guns are kind of deep. I don't think MIBR have a chance.
Retake is fast. They won't let the guns be picked up, but do they even need them? Cortesia with the Sheriff for 1.
Verno versus
And now
2?
a 1v2 for Verno.
Oh my god.
Xander up top.
Oh!
Verno has it down to a 1-on-1.
He saw him. Busio saw him. I think Busio saw him, no?
Busio on the
No, he
other
didn't.
side.
He didn't see him.
Only a Sheriff for the IGL as well. Tap on the spike. Verno sees the stick coming through. Knows it's going halfway. And Verno,
What?
the shot too. A clutch to win out the eco round. And MIBR back out on top. Shut down the hopes.
Nah,
for
Verno
100
is
Thieves.
fucking doing unholy shit on the
Verno,
server.
ever since joining this MIBR team, has just been a treat to watch. Now with the Red Bull clutch.
They got eco.
Always alive in these late round situations, but so effective for the squad. It's just a disaster for 100 Thieves. There's one bit of saving grace, the fact that yes, Cryo still has op money. Bad news is, no one's headed to him.
And no one else really has a gun to speak of. They force fully into this round. Regardless, Boosie only has a Sheriff.
Trap play with the Dizzy ready to go. 100 Thieves.
What did EU say? Well, he did say, win me the bonus, I'll win you the game. His
So
team,
MIBR lead
they didn't win him the
completely, and
bonus.
At the same time, they've got a late mid lurk in the form of Shenum.
So it's not even his fault anymore.
Needs to be everything for 100 Thieves here. He's got a couple of angles to play off of.
Wait, this guy's a crazy lurk.
Wait, the lurk. It's creeping forward. The timing here
Wait,
could be
Cryo.
everything.
Cryo, they're behind you.
Cryo has no idea the utility
Cryo
was
cells,
not
they're
set
behind
up
you.
for him, and
Oh, and
now
now
he's been
Shenum
spotted.
knows. He's ready.
Wait, how did he get an
Jet
op?
Backing away.
Oh, he has no idea.
He's just gonna tuck in. As the team comes around on a flank,
He didn't buy second round, I
gets the
see.
kill onto Cryo. Then MIBR have massive padding in this post plant.
Oh.
Cortesia, he's the one to open this up still. A slow jet working through defender spawn. But MIBR holding the line
Big.
well. Cryo still gets one. Maybe a chance for 100
Nope.
Thieves yet. But down goes Cryo.
Nope.
And these last two players, they don't have the
Nope.
guns for it.
No chance.
MIBR, yet again, come out on top. They navigate that post plant perfectly.
Yeah, great reaction to the triple flank coming in from 100 Thieves. And Shenum choosing.
No,
to play a
100
little
Thieves
bit
are
more
really
cautiously.
struggling, bro.
You know, instead of taking that angle against Cryo, he just tucks straight into the site. Says, we'll play numbers, we'll bunker down here. That op has no chance of really swinging back in on that line. You can see it there. Cryo had no idea.
They traded Luca to MIBR.
So down 11-4, 100 Thieves call a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they're broke again. They've been forcing these last 2 rounds.
Well, you lose the anti-eco, then you buy the op, that falls down after trying to force up in round 15. So they're kind of forced to just go for it again and just keep going for these all-in sort of nothing burger buys.
The one good news, they have Thrash.
Okay.
Am I the only one who remembers 100
Okay,
Thieves
you
being
wanna
demons
thrash
just 2 seasons back?
I'd
No,
put
I do
some,
too. That's
some
why
money
I'm
on
fucking
MIBR, just
confused.
setting up on the high ground angles,
Zik said they
looking
have a
off
pretty
somewhere
good
the
read on
Thrash
MIBR and
will be able to get
Icebox
it.
between maps, by the way.
In no way a gotcha
They have a
from
read,
100
just
Thieves.
a good read. I don't know. I mean, maybe they have a read. They just can't. I don't know, brother. These guys look like ass. I'm gonna say it straight up, bro.
It's not,
I don't know.
It's not logical. It looks like, again, MIBR are calling around Cryo pretty perfectly. Cryo's just been offsides every single round.
Damn, we're kind of let down. Like, even though map 1 was 13-10, 13-10, it was like kind of a stomp too, man.
He's been struggling to find
You got a pie watch on the server, but I love Xander though. Don't let him pie, bro. I'm begging you.
Xander
He pied.
got to judge, and, well, it's already dealt with.
It's a bold strategy, folks.
He pied immediately, no hesitation, bro. He saw pie, he ran for it. He literally saw pie, he ran for
It
it.
works more than it should.
That's true.
But not this round.
Not a moment of hesitation there.
Cryo has pushed up
He might have pied on purpose.
of early info, but he can't actually go for a flank without being spotted on the turret.
Artson gets his spike down. Osbos picks off Busio. I think just spamming back through the smoke there.
Yeah, Cryo gives up on the flank.
Okay, part of me does feel bad for them though, because this is sad, man.
Up top, yellow. Osbos spamming, almost got another there. Just a hair off of where he was standing. It's a 3-on-5, players getting spotted.
The thing is, any player that gets kicked from 100 Thieves after this season, they're going to be insane on the next team they play for.
In this round, 100 Thieves put all
And it's going to look like 100 Thieves is the problem.
and they get nothing.
That's the worst part of it all. Whoever leaves this team and goes somewhere else, they're going to play way better.
Another force to try and stay alive in this. And honestly, look, we came into this expecting MIBR to be the favorites. Sort of curious what our first look at Omega versus Alpha groups is going to be like, and it has certainly delivered to
Why is that though?
expectations.
I don't know. It's just not working. I don't know. I guess it just puts a fire under them. They get hungry. They want to play better, and then new environment.
You'll get another chance at that. Next game, Sen facing off against C9, but for now,
It just seems like it's, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Round. They've gotta 8 rounds between them in overtime.
My chat is filled with Asuna haters.
Just on the wrong side of the map. Are just coming up heads.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think in particular.
They've got some knives as well. Osbos. When that orb drops, he's gonna be ready to go. They'll use the lockdown for it as well.
Is Xander gonna stick around and try and take a fight? I think so.
He is. They're all heading in for the fight. 100 Thieves. That's 2 kills. The lockdown broken. But MIB
Oh my
winning.
God!
The fight's in
Somehow.
reply.
Somehow.
And now, another ultimate available and an open A site.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's
right?
so
With
many
2
gaps
players
on the
pushing
map,
yellow,
too.
Now Shenum takes the lurk into mid. There's no.
Oh, he's gonna
Killjoy
see him
left
in
to
the
spot
window,
that out.
bro.
So it's a dancing
Oh
game
my
between Asuna
God.
and Shenum. Who will break first?
Oh
It's
my
gonna be
God.
Asuna. Shenum takes him down and just paves the way to a victory for MIBR.
And he has Viper ult in 1, but he's not gonna get it. Okay.
2v3 retake.
And look,
Oh, this is so hard.
they've been the top performers for 100 Thieves in this map. But Cryo's down on 1 HP. Even if they haven't got any armor, there's still Shenum in mid.
What
It's over.
the
Wrap it up.
fuck?
MIBR 2-0.
Those insane shots.
It's
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow, they got owned, bro. Holy fuck, man.
Victory on this second map. Outstanding lurks from Shenum. A step up from Osbos on the operator. And a right dismantling of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, if map 1 was an example of how MIBR can still beat you when Ospas isn't popping off, this was an example of how badly MIBR beat you when he does.
Yep, 24-9 for Ospas. Cortesia, Shenum, both 17 and 11 right behind him.
Classic stuff. Classic work on MIBR's best map of Icebox.
MIBR, that sets us up
Damn.
for a qualification game against
Show the clip, I
Crew
will.
on Saturday.
That's such a banger.
Coma.
Especially
Congrats
if
to
we get
MIBR. They
Icebox
played
in the pool.
fucking
Both those
insane. But
teams
Satch
so
for
good on the map.
100 Ds, bro. I wonder what Reddit's gonna say. Let's see. I want to see the Reddit comments. I'm not gonna lie.
Side of things, a 100 Thieves
Let's see
NRG elimination match.
Boostio versus Finesse.
Wait, Boostio versus that Finesse?
Cinema.
That'll
Is
be
that
a good
locked
one.
in?
That's coming up tomorrow. Not a lot of time to prep for 100 Thieves.
Oh my
Losing
God.
This map means they'd have to qualify to Toronto.
Don't tell anyone I said this. The Battle of Mid. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. NRG low-key cooked them, no? NRG low-key cooked them or no? I got NRG in that one. I don't give a fuck.
And apart from a
I got
few
NRG. I got
sluggy
NRG.
rounds on the A side on those low buys from 100 Thieves where they sort of overwhelmed MIBR
I got
trying to
NRG.
play the passive lines. I think MIBR were very much in control.
The entire second half after losing that eco round.
Who said it's a 4v4? Are you guys
desperation
out of your
just have
fucking
to
minds?
force buy into
Nah, you
every
guys are
single
out of your
round,
fucking
and
depth.
MIBR
You guys
just
need to
look
stop that,
perfect in
bro.
running away with it.
You guys are fucking
It's a
stupid.
big win for them. People had high hopes, top 3 in kickoff. They just narrowly missed out in a long BO5 against Sentinels on qualifying.
Sentinels
to
play next!
Masters. Bangkok was the
I need to find a
first
Sentinels t-shirt or
Masters
something.
The first international. Ospas had missed in quite a while. But now on a team with 3
No,
rookies,
C9 versus 7. We gotta
they're
put 7 in the
one
front though. The
match away
title.
in
I'll change
what
it.
should be a banger, and they're looking in
We
form.
always have
That's
C9
the
in the
most
front. Or
impressive
Sun.
part to me, right? It's the combination of the veteran status of
C9 versus
Ospas
Sun next.
Arcton right next to those rookies that continue to impress.
Show the
me.
clip. I will. Wait for the interview, man. Be patient, bro. Nothing in life is worth having without a little bit of patience.
Post-match interview.
Thank you so much, Ender and Mimi. And I have Cortesia here from MIBR. A wonderful performance from you. First thing I got to ask you, I need to check in on the mustache.
Look at this
the
Chad,
beard,
bro.
'cause you said we would see bearded Cortesia.
This guy's
but
such a Chad,
how
bro.
are you feeling? Are we gonna keep
I will
the beard?
duel
Are we
with
gonna go back
Cortesia.
to
Mark my
mustache?
words.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the beard now.
Oh,
It's
why?
growing
Why do you
up
like the
really
beard?
fast. And I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I shaved my beard, and now it's really growing like.
If you
really
say some
fast,
disrespectful
so
shit in chat,
I
you're
tried
getting
the
banned.
beard,
Thank you,
but
bots.
I always have the.
You can only make fun of
mustache
me.
Option
Yes.
Because I already know it's good, you know.
Yes. What do you
Wait.
like more right now?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the mustache because I get used a lot with the mustache because I use it. I don't know 3 years of my life, and the
Wow.
beard is like a new thing for me.
You're 20, so you had a mustache since you were 17?
Like 15? I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, going into the game, the first thing I want to ask you is
We're-
about Ospas.
the
Ospas had
the
a colder
mustache
start
is a bigger
today.
story
was
than the
missing a
match.
couple op shots here and there, but there was this kind of understanding that you were fragging. You know, the team could step up. Emily said, you know, Ospas and family. How does the calling change? How does the atmosphere change when Ospas, you know, your star fragger maybe isn't doing Ospas things?
So you know the meta Tehran
Oh my God,
is
it's
really
Sentinels.
hard to play against because I don't know. We have Aspas. Every team who play against us, every round, every day, every week, try to like throw everything on Aspas, and it's hard for him to play. So on Icebox is his map. He loves Icebox, and so for me he did a really well series because on the split as well he did like a insane pistol, like 2 headshots with Sheriff. I don't know, like 3. So he won the round. He's supposed to win, and we won the series. So.
I talked to Fraud after map 1. He said you guys felt really, really confident working on your execs and timing that you worked really hard on. I'd love for you to talk a little bit more specifically about that. What about the execs? What about the timings were you working on for today?
So, like, day by day with Bretz and...
Cortesia's a vibe for sure.
Is a new guy on the team.
He's mad
so
cool. He seems mad cool,
for me,
rather.
I ever say this, like, for me the line to we grow up is really high.
Yeah.
We are not on the maximum. We can do more. And each week pass, we are better and better and better. And we are going to Masters if God allows, and we are going to this tournament to win.
Well, in order to get to Masters, you have to face Crew next. Is there anything you'd like to say to your opponents?
Good luck, and I see you next game.
All right, well, we're going to keep it for Cortesia. We're going to go to a break, but stay right there because I know you know a game
Goes about
is
to talk
next.
some shit, bro.
It's Sentinels versus Cloud9.
Nah, he held back. He low-key held back. Okay. Check this clip, chat. I'm running ads as well. I'm running ads. Check this clip right here. Okay, I don't want to leak anything. Check this clip right here. Check this clip right here. How do I do this without leaking? Can I download this? Hold on. How do I download this fucking clip? I'm gonna leak my DMs, bro. God damn it, bro. I'm gonna leak my fucking DMs showing this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. How do I download a Twitter video, a Twitter DM? Hide screen until you're full screen? Okay. I mean, this quality's dog shit, but okay. Okay, you guys watching? This is my POV. This is my this is a clip. I was playing ranked yesterday. This is my POV. By the way, we're in overtime, so I want to let this guy know you're fucking dog shit, dude. If I was stream sniping your bitch ass, I would be you 13-0, pussy. All right. Wait, should I turn the audio up low key? Hold on. Abby.
Wasn't my Jet Silva dashing up. Just Jet Silva, care for lurks.
This is my POV. Could be kitchen. What a stinker of a game ender. 100 Thieves fucking suck. Am I right, dude? Yeah, bro. There's two. You see what they You see what they did though? You see what the fuck they did, right? Okay, anyway, forget that. Let's see their POV. Let's see their POV. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Deploying drone. Cutting their vision.
Close, bro.
Enemy kill.
Sova, Yoru.
Wait for me, KJ.
Mid.
Yo, wait for me, KJ.
Shit, I hear shit. Watch out.
Don't peek yet. Don't peek yet. Look what this look how this motherfucker peeked me. Could be kitchen. You see what the fuck I'm talking about, dude? Yeah, shameless.
Yoru.
Wait for me, KJ.
Mid. I don't hear shit. Watch out.
Shameless.
Don't peek yet.
This is retarded.
Look how he's clearing the angle. Look.
Mid.
Look.
Don't peek yet.
Look, he's fucking already, dude.
This is retarded.
Shameless. Shameless, brother.
Wait, both, come back.
Shameless, brother. Shameless. Actual shameless, bro. Like, oh my God. He's not even sniping? What the fuck? Is that not enough evidence? That was like the most obvious snipe in my opinion in my life, dude. It doesn't get any more obvious than that if you ask me.
The time, it's close.
He's got it.
Mitch down to the wire, and he's done it.
Sen is obviously a very solid team. We scrimmed them a bunch.
Are they saving? They gotta go. 2G has to run, but they're going straight into bang.
Not really. It's not that obvious. What do you want him to do? Say, hey, I'm stream sniping. He's close right. Watch out. I'm going to clear him. Brother, what the fuck else can he do?
It's going to be a lot on the line, and I think whoever makes the big plays are...
Am I calling Riot to ban him or what? Honestly, I should.
Like, it's a whole different like feeling. It's a whole different feature. Like, I just feel like they are going to be a little bit shaky in playoffs.
We're going to go into the match and just play our game and play confident. And I'm pretty sure we'll beat them.
Oh, doggy, it's going to be a good one. Welcome back to day one of VCT America Stage 1 playoffs and our second match of the day. It's going to be a good one. It's Sentinels versus Cloud9. Of course, Chibi here back again with Brent, Doug, and Emily as we look to break it all down. But first, we've got an update on the bracket because this is where we are right now after that win from our friends over at MIBR. They locked themselves forward. They're moving on in the competition. Guys, MIBR looked scary.
They look real, man. I mean, they are the real deal currently on all sorts of maps. They're playing really well. I mean, we were kind of bigging it up like, okay, well, this map pool has really worked out in the side of MIBR, right? Definitely showed it. On Icebox, I mean, that was just an absolute sweep.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now, do have words. I broke the bracket, unfortunately, so you guys are going to have to blame me for that. Pero it's okay, papi. Let's move on, shall we? And talk about Sentinels because they are looking to make Toronto and get that redemption from Bangkok because we all know that was not the result that Sentinels would have wanted there, Emily. But you know what? They also were able to get that momentum by, well, Ben Affleck. AKA my Bruce Wayne, AKA Holden McNeil. But seriously though, Emily, this Sentinels team looked good.
No, they look so strong. Like,
Affleck buff.
Actually, Bang, he really impressed me in these past few matches. Like, it's been insane. It's been so nice to see him pop off. And also, yeah, the Affleck buff, what can you even say? Like, that is just aura. That is aura.
Smoochy booches, you know? I mean, that's if you guys watch anything from Kevin Smith, but, you know, it's okay. You guys don't watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
No, I've seen that.
You know, Dogma?
I know.
Yeah, Chasing Amy? Chasing Amy?
From 90% of our audience, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
No one knows about what this guy's talking about.
How do I put soap on my feet in the shower without falling? Please help. Critical situation.
Looking strong, but here's the thing. Let's take a look at this map pool here because, Bren, some stuff is kind of sticking out a little bit here.
Now, this would have been nice with some percentages, but there's a point to make here, which is the center really only winning on 3 maps right now. Haven, Split, and Pearl. So the point I kind of wanted to lead in with this is that there is a major win con for Cloud9 again to kind of work this map veto in their favor. Now, we're not going to know until a bit later on whether they can do that, but Cloud9 on the inverse, they've been playing as many maps as they possibly can. They've been spread out, they've been trying to essentially get themselves tested on a variety of different maps, and they've got good looks on a lot of them right now. That center looking pretty, you know, essentially lost on, I would say, to be honest. They've been losing some hard maps over the course of stage 1 so far. So for me, it's like, yes, Sentinels have been looking better and better and better. Don't get me wrong. Like, we were talking about that. They've been improving it a lot, but their map pool so far seems to be quite small. And to be honest, to make it deep in playoffs, you've got to have a deeper map pool than that. You're going to be
0-2 versus MIBR. At least I get the chance to make FNS retire. Nah. Let's see what they say. Blow it up. Xander Pine in the last map, plus him and Busio on double negative. If they lose versus NRG, this team will get blown up. An FNS / Busio lower bracket toilet bowl is a hate watcher's dream come true. What the fuck?
Performed or played, excuse me, every map in the pool publicly. Sentinels have managed to stay away from Ascent and Fracture. Does it worry you at all that all of your maps are public and able to be reviewed by the team?
No, not at all. I think it just makes their vetoes a bit harder for them, so we're very happy with that.
All right, well, best of luck. And just
Hookah brother.
Comments. I'm not gonna lie, as a pro, I used to read them, but it was like the most toxic shit ever. Like, if I can give myself advice going back, I would tell myself to stay far away from social media. It's actually the worst thing you can do as a pro, because Like, sure, you want to look to see what people are saying when you play well, but then you're going to also look when you're playing bad, and you're just going to get fucking so much shit. This is the type of music Tarek listens to while benching 40 pounds, LOL. Listen, I guarantee you're 15 years old. You weigh 80 pounds soaking wet. You're probably short as shit, 5'3", 5'4". Like, post the fucking pic, no? Talking all that shit behind your monitor. Hundred Thieves should drop everyone. In general discussion 2 minutes ago. 100 Thieves fans are so reactionary. In general discussion 2 minutes ago. How is G1 the most popular esport team by game for Valorant? G2, whatever, bro. I'm an Indonesian viewer. Why do you always crash out when someone calls you small? I don't get mad, bro. I don't ever get mad on my stream. Generally speaking, like a lot of the time you guys see me getting mad or upset, like whether like something went wrong or like something like it's mostly for entertainment, bro. Because there's fucking millions watching me around the world. I have to keep them like people like seeing people get mad. So I get mad for them. But like really, I'm not even fucking close to like I don't get phased by this shit, bro. This is just a job for me. I clock in my hours, I clock out my hours, dude. I just show up, I get it done, and that's it. Like I'm not gonna fucking get mad over fucking elo, bro, or like fucking stream snipers. Like I could give
And they seem to be making greater strides every single time they play. Are you worried that you were not prepared for their performance today, considering they surpass expectations every single time?
To be honest, I'm not too worried about it. I feel like we're a good enough team that if we just play at our own caliber and like the level that we're usually playing at, I think we'll be perfectly fine. I'm not too worried about how well they're going to show up.
Well, best of luck today.
That's my dog right there. Yeah, like I was saying, bro, like, you know? Stream goes hard on mute. Nah.
confidence that I've ever seen the roster going into playoffs, Bren, and it gives me a lot of hope that this C9 team has what it takes. What do you see?
Keep it going.
Talk about the swagger from Emmy.
Was the build up?
No wonder he didn't want to.
All right, fine. Watch this. Watch this. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Watch.
I had questions.
The fuck is Emmy wearing? All of a sudden, he's got a suit on for playoffs?
I know why.
Wait, why does bro look like he's going to a funeral?
This roster, though, I think has been, at least for me, this is the most confident I've ever been in them.
Watch this shot. Watch this cook. Watch this cook.
Sen City, let me hear you make some noise for your Sentinel!
Going to win. Everyone said Sentinels. So Emily, there's not just the pressure of them to perform, but there's also the fan.
Where's my Sentinels? Ow!
The highlight that I saw on Twitter is that Nere, when he started popping off, he was wearing this jacket, and now it's like they do not let him take it off. He has worn it every single match since he's like started popping off.
Bro, sleeps like sweating in it. Hasn't cleaned it in weeks. You know, smells like passion fruit.
I want to quickly touch back on something I was saying about Sentinels earlier, because I brought up their strength of record.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, yeah, they're 4-1, but against who? I will say, if there's any team that has been successful against lower competition, and the questions are around can they deliver against stronger teams, Sentinels is one that I'm inclined to look at and go, yeah, okay, I think they could.
Yeah, well, here's your map layout. You got Ascent, Pearl, and if necessary, Icebox. Start there with Ascent first, right?
Ascent as our opener. Now, when Cloud9 played this in the past, we only got to really see the defense side. They're going to have to start on attack. But in terms of the map pool overall, as we were already pointing out, Split, Pearl, and Haven, the maps that Sentinels basically have only been winning on right now, they have 2 of them removed from the map pool immediately. So if this goes the distance, I got to say the advantage goes to Cloud9 again, but it all hinges on whether or not this opening attack side from Cloud9 actually has something behind it. Because you can put all the time in the world on your defense half, and it looks absolutely sublime. But it matters not if you can't figure out how to work it on attack. That's my big question, I think, leading into this series, and that's what I want answered.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a lot of questions on if we go the distance.
Okay.
Pearl is a really strong map for both teams. Like 3-0, 3-1, something like that. They both have been really successful.
Fuck with it or not?
Icebox is a massive question mark for both teams.
And that could maybe be what was the thought process going into that draft, right? Because we also saw Haven kind of get pushed all the way out to the end. It almost felt like both teams were trying to bait one another to pick it.
What the fuck is that? What is it? It's a hat.
Dude, honestly, I don't even know. I was expecting like maybe like a third map would be Split or something, or even as a second map. So seeing Ascent kind of completely threw me off. Going into Pearl, looking at their past comps, they both had success, but I do enjoy Sentinels comp more with the single duelist versus, Cloud9 where they run the double duelist Sova.
Yeah, well, we'll see if this.
When do I wear this?
When
I go out for dinner.
Seeing company here,
I just get the front open.
Their defense is probably one of the best
hold down
of Valorant I've ever seen, to be honest, on this map.
I don't wear this out. I'm not gonna lie. I wear this
but you can tell
only.
how much time they put into it because of how often they're changing around the defensive setups. It all comes down to the attack side, though. So Sen they picked right. They're playing defense first here on Ascent as well to get the chance to show us what they got.
Oh boy, and we got our, again, these compositions, at least from Sentinels, nothing really all that crazy. Going to be keeping.
Where are you supposed to wear that?
For Sentinels, see how Zekin and company is going to fare.
Is that like a skiing thing?
Certainly going to be pressure here. You can see our team also working with the team, or with the players, excuse me, down on stage, so we'll get that sorted out.
I see you in the
Close the door.
I start worrying. I start worrying.
No, it's all good. We'll get this sorted and we'll jump right into the action.
I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but we've talked so much about how successful Cloud9 are in the defensive side of Ascent because of this comp, this double Senti comp. Brent, you mentioned how quickly how versatile their looks are. They can have double Senti setups on one side.
Am I doing a meet and greet in Toronto? Yes.
The playbook is so deep, and you might
myself
look at that
and all of Sentinels will be in Toronto whether we qualify or not. We'll be doing a watch party. Sentinels watch party. In-person watch party. Details to come in the next week, hopefully. So anyone that wasn't able to get a ticket, pull up to our watch party.
Or were you the weakness, Doug?
let's just say I learned a lot about how difficult it was to run this comp. It's not an easy vanilla comp to run. I think there's a lot of depth to this, and there's a lot of complexity to running it well.
Good points made there for sure, Doug. Well, let's go ahead and jump
Yeah, KO?
into the action. Your caster this one. Look, guys, we're around
Has
the
John
same
played KO
age,
in a
so
minute?
I find them relatable and not at all scary. It's Riv and Van Silly. Not scary at all.
Thank you very much, Desk, and we have an amazing matchup for you here. Two teams who
does on
historically have
Icebox.
very different playoff trajectories. Sentinels finding themselves always
Watch
going
party
towards
tomorrow
the
with
end,
Nade.
making
I'll
it
try
far enough
again.
to be at the international
I'll
stage,
try.
but C9 not so much.
Exactly.
Igneos, thank you for the 10 gifted, by the way.
During the regular season, and then just crashing out during the playoffs. And I love at least now going into this best of 3 in the upper brackets of this playoff. It's actually the first time that these two teams
All right, chat, let's
face
go.
against each other.
Wave
in
your Sentinels
2025,
flags.
and C9
First
come
round
with a whole
playoffs for us.
different
Versus
iteration with
C9.
two new players
The
versus
fucking
when they played in the
the goats.
rounds during the offseason.
Absolutely.
Also on Ascent. Brenton mentioned it. One of the best defensive sides we've seen out of Cloud9 on this map. But they start off on the
Deadlock?
attack where they haven't been tested yet.
Yoru.
And Sentinels coming out with a composition of the KO Teo.
Okay, let's
that
see. Let's
has
see.
been
It's a
pain
big
point
game.
to
We
a lot of teams
narrate.
so far.
Look at that crosshair, bro.
And C9 will kick things off in his pistol round on the attack side. All grouped up to try to slowly work here towards this A site.
Yeah, looks like they leave a little bit of the Vice util for Sentinels.
Smoke, bro.
Defense B, and look
Oh,
to
he's
focus
tagged.
this A. They've chosen correctly to start things off. Stuck behind the wall.
Wait, he got mollied off.
Stuck behind a bit of utility.
Oh,
here.
no, he's
Now we
dead.
see Sen trying to get back into the site. His net takes one.
We couldn't
down.
help
They're
him that
still
whole
just
time?
milling
Damn.
about getting themselves sorted out here. And it looks like 3 from Sentinels are ready to crash back in once Heaven gets ready.
They just gotta wait for this wall too. So once they knife this out, they'll have to start popping out through this door.
Minecraft?
There's still a sonic sensor on the other side that could stop him.
Just there, Oxy looking to provide that noise. They get stuck just a little
That
bit. Oxy
sucks.
taking the fight, has protection over the shoulder, but Zekin's going to be able to trade. They're playing this so calm.
This is too hard.
3 in hell is a little scary, but they do still have Mitch on the outside, so they don't have to worry. The crossfires here should be enough.
One more health. Left
John
side.
Cutie getting that ghost in the
Time.
classic to do
Time,
some big
Zelsis.
damage
Time,
here, but
damn
it's
it.
up to the Vive Merchant. Can he
Sink
do
it,
it? One
pussy.
jumping right click. And there's going to be a tight timer on this.
Yeah.
That's Mitch. That's the classic. And
Nice
that's
try. It was pretty
C9
impossible.
with a pistol round.
C9 off to a great start, and again, not being tested on the attack side, you can still see that they have good utility on the execution for the 8-side attack. Although, one thing that's been good for Sentinels is coming out from John Cutie, who's actually pivoting away from the tail and playing a KO on this map here of Ascent. But they had a good read in the very beginning.
Isn't Ascent the permaban for Sentinels? Apparently, it's our first time playing it this split.
Zelsis' wall for information towards B so they can play the retake. The read was good, but the utility was even better for Cloud9 when they blocked out all the entries that Net had. Buying the wall, going for the net, and trying
This
to
year,
stop
we
this
haven't
round.
played Ascent or Fracture.
Sentinels are trying to be aggressive in the very beginning, and look at how
But
good
Cloud9
that net
picked
is to
it.
counter, already grabbing him forward and not giving a chance.
Fractures
here
are
for Sentinels to start
permaban.
off with a trap play.
Is this scary?
Sen guessing site to site.
Oh yeah, remember champs when we were running the deadlock comp and it was so bad?
You can see it's very light on YouTube.
Or like we were struggling hard? Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Definitely still a lot of
I remember
respect
that.
for Cloud9. Sentinels does have refreshable utility that could be very good to
I feel like we could be good on Fracture though. I'm wondering why they permabanned that.
for the grab net back from net to activate. So already making a lot of noise at the very beginning of the round. Why not? Let's grab the orb. Let's min-max here on the side for Cloud9 and try to figure out Sentinels are going to be
Stack
a
on
little
B.
bit antsy and over-rotate. So you're still seeing here.
It's the first match after Redux turned 18. Aware.
And the Omen.
Yeah, I like the fake they can produce with this.
Everyone's nervous as
A little
fuck.
bit of noise, action, the flash, and the ruse. The play is actually going to be at B. They get caught right in the 0 point for this too, so that helps sell it a little bit more.
Actually, the knife only seeing Oxy. They know that the hit's going to be towards B. It was a bad fake. So they have the perfect stack for this so far.
30 seconds.
Why is Observer showing that?
Net on one, but Zekin will trade here. You still in
Nice.
towards the back of the site. They find Zeppa finally, as the whole death ball finally is able to come through the archway at B. Looks like a pop flash wants to come through. Zekin's going to use that for help, but they can. No, they can get the kill onto Oxy.
Weapon upgrades as well. Pop flash trying to delay.
Nice!
Yeah, weapons down.
Nice! What? How does he do that? Oh my god! No way! Nah, Zekin is too good, man. Nah, we have to see that again. He's too good.
As an attempt for a fake.
Oh
They
my
knew
god.
exactly that the second wave hit was going to be towards this
That is
baseline.
ridiculous. Look at this crosshair he's using, by the way. What the fuck is this crosshair? That looks terrible.
The crossfire is being set up, and look how clean Zekin looks here.
Wow, what the fuck? He melted both of them, man. Holy shit, he's getting hyped, dude. Damn. Oh my god, hey, easy with Zekin's hands there, brother. Zek or Zelsis. Brother's grabbing his fucking hands. Chill, dog.
One of the
Oh my
big
god.
things Imi said between games when playing G2 was that they have to get ahead of the team in the server, mostly against G2 because they win before they even get in. So it's about C9 staying in control, staying in front of Sentinels. And
You
that
actually
buy
can
here
ensure your
hopefully helps
hands.
them do this. They spread the map out even
I think
more
I
for
think
this
my hands are
round
currently
here.
insured,
A
no
lot of
joke.
time to
I'm not
work.
kidding. I think I pay
Or
insurance
you
for my
need a little
hands.
bit of, rebuttal
I don't know
here.
exactly how it works or like the specifics of it, but I'm pretty sure my hands are insured.
This is something
No
that
joke.
C9's known for.
I'm not kidding. I'm not even
Playing a lot
kidding.
of regen buys, regen shields. And he's just going to post up very easily to get the first
You're rich,
blood
bro.
on
We
to
get it,
Zeppa.
bro.
So
What
that
the
forces
fuck
out
are you
Cloud9 to stay
saying,
as a
bro?
group and try to find the right timing to hit towards this A side.
Kim
Kill
Kardashian?
starts
Okay.
spamming towards tree.
Your hands are insured, but they barely work now.
To sight.
No!
Net on the right side.
Oh,
as they start
God.
to trade back and forth. The Stingers just seem to be the higher prio weapon right now that's doing the damage. Plant on
What
Jenny
a
and
shot.
quick
That's an
from
insane
Zek.
shot. I don't care. I'm glazing, but that's an insane shot. I don't care if I'm glazing. That's a nice shot.
Another member
Wait, he
of
has knives.
Cloud9. 3v2 blades come out. Zekin tries to break the crosshairs, but he's going to be the one that also collects.
1v1?
Vic is playing
Are we
huge.
fucking kidding
Vic,
ourselves?
The unsung hero since the Red Bull home ground, since he joined the squad. Can he collect this one over New Jersey's finest?
The read.
Vic is.
Again, it's a one shot with the outlaw. Good read by Vic to not get pulled by the diffuse on the fake.
No, it's too hard
from
now.
Zekin.
Fakes on fakes here for both of them into the site. One shot miss.
No, no, not your fault, Zekin. Our teammates didn't do shit, bro. Vic is actually playing insane too. It's a 1v1. It's a 1v1 between Vic and Zekin.
Americas and proving his point right here on a
That was a
2 versus
3v1.
3 when Zekin has Bladestorm, when a team's trying to flood within the site. And he even
That was a
loses
3v1, no
teammate in the
joke.
process towards
You like what he saw what he did with
still
the
picks up
flash?
the 1v3 towards the end. We're gonna have a highlight
No,
reel of
how
Red
did
Bull
Vic get
clutches
so good out
in
of
this
like
series.
what
They
the fuck
talk
is
about
Vic
this
doing
game
this
being
guy?
intense on the desk.
Was he
And we're
always
already
like? It's his
witnessing
first
this now.
season, but like, is like, what's he doing? He's always been good like
To
this.
the table in these situations. C9
He's been this
benefits
good
from it
always?
Just about every series. Back towards the A site.
Nice
C9
second.
is being very quick with their
Good
attacks, knowing that they
stun.
could possibly go for the throw,
Good
but
spam, Zekin. Yes, narrate. There you are. There you are, bro.
a flawless round 4.
How do we flawless then?
And you know when you're gonna play against Cloud9, you will have some very fast
Oh,
rounds.
God.
Blink and you miss it. The push from C9, unfortunate miss from Net.
Nice shot.
Couldn't get the kill into
Good
Generator.
stun. He TP'd out. Vic, what are you doing, bro?
Right Games Arena so far, we've been loud here for the fans.
Damn, they're fired up, dude. Wait, the energy's insane, bro.
Talking about it, that
Am I like,
player of the
the
team,
energy's
the crowd, You
insane.
have to feel like you're always on their home turf,
Damn.
even in the same home area. And that's for Sentinels right now. The
Why are you guys
cheers
turtling? I don't
there.
get it.
But don't forget it, the Cloud9 fans are ready to support them as well, as we're all tied up here 2-2. And this low buy.
Oh, I
between
can't see it.
C9
The
was
ASCII.
hunting in mid for a little
The
something
ASCII.
extra.
Wait, what?
Crossing over. Big flash, but they couldn't push forward to get the pick. Although Net stuck through.
No timing.
Clears one and actually pushes Zekin off his line. They have the front side of B now to slowly creep in.
Oh, nice
The
rocket.
lines go down, but they have to be worried about how fast Sentinels
Wait,
is
Zekin's
gonna close
alone.
back in on this.
They have to tempo quick. Zekin has
No.
nothing. But the shorty.
The Guardian pickup for Oxy. Straight through dimensional drift into the round. Zekin's gonna say no. 2 to the back of the site, and he clears it up, making sure it's secure.
Oh my!
Now it's just finding out where the safety could be asserted as he turns around just on his 6. He's able to get the capitalization.
No! That was insane. The smoke came in. He jumped into it at the perfect time and killed
What
two.
great positioning from
Oh
Zekin
my
moving towards the back of that B
God.
site. A great read in the very beginning for Cloud9. You're trying to go for the trades. Your honest broken by. The best weapon that you had was a Guardian. So you pull out the Steel Guardian out from Zephyr. You're weakening the weapon towards the back. But it's a shorty in the back
I
of the site.
cannot believe this.
Gets 2 picks
I
somehow.
cannot
Already a second
believe what I
Bladestorm.
just
He's already one
saw.
away from a third
Holy
one.
fuck.
Within 6 rounds. And it was a head-to-head between Zekin and Oxy, but so far it's Zekin writing the story for Sentinels in the series.
Absolutely. We were looking to where the octane would come from right
Wait,
now.
look at this push.
Is fueled by the
Wait, this
team.
push is
What
so
a play
good.
towards Tiles. Armageddon comes
Look
through
at
as well.
this.
And
Are you guys
Cloud9
witnessing?
didn't even get a
Are you
chance
guys
to breathe on this
witnessing?
round.
This was a buy for
He's
Cloud9 in
waving.
round number 6.
Oh my god.
But Sentinels giving a little taste of C9's own medicine. The aggression coming out on a B-side attack.
I think they paused, right?
The crunch towards Tiles, followed by the Armageddon.
Oh my god.
Definitely, Imi's calling a timeout here.
I think it's one of the things that is surprising all of us.
That was a
is
sick
that,
push.
You know, C9 would come out hard.
Tail
and
ult,
you wonder
KO
if
flash,
Sentinels
crunch
could
outside
match it,
B.
But now Sentinels is
Damn.
going a step further.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a
that up
fucking
even
minute, bro.
more against C9, who
Wait.
They get that flaw. They
Who
get
the fuck is
second
this guy?
round or third eco that they had against.
This guy was like a club
Sentinels
owner, no?
because they think,
Amy?
oh, we can
He was
go
like he owns
easy
a
on
club,
this
a
round.
nightclub.
They're just gonna have classics, but Sentinels have a plan for everything right now. And once they get the lead, it looks like they have a plan to very much keep control of the lead.
And I love that Imi is working double shift here, coaching Cloud9 and going clubbing right after.
Yeah. When did he join the Mafia? This is crazy.
But he's been good under timeout calls. So trying to understand what Sentinel's currently doing, they've been having good reads on stacks. Crossfire is being set up, and when you're playing aggressive against Sentinels are down for that. They're down.
What the fuck is happening? He's like biting his pen and shit. Is he like? He's putting on a show of his own in the back, huh? The fuck is going on in there?
You know, the level of comfort that they brought last year for the Sentinels run. And again, look at that. Haven't been playing since champs of 2024. On the defensive side, it's getting money, but there are...
Damn, first time playing the Sense since champs 2024.
Players alive at the end. They have so much
Damn.
work here in this round number 7 and further on into the half.
And there's no tape for Sentinels on this.
Second has knives
Very
again, he
comfortable
does.
From scrims on what Ascent has to bring is one of the maps.
Thank you for the subs.
We've yet to see them on here. They still feeling comfortable at this point.
Spam?
You're not seeing for Cloud9 after this timeout, though, that are trying to go for something aggressive. Something that actually under MCE's helm in the past used to be something that C9 loved to do during these timeouts with stinger buys.
Yeah. The wildly high eco percentage, being able to win all their low buy rounds because of just playing it like a regular round, how serious they took it.
And already Sentinel's winning here in terms of utility trade. You're trying to activate this wall from Oxy just to try to bait it out so you could potentially go for a better split later on or try to sell some sort of fake.
Uh-oh.
And with the
He
wall
made
still
noise.
staying up, it seems as though with the minute
Oh,
mark,
team flash.
they kind of just want to stick together and go for the death ball. We talked about a stinger buy that wasn't for a full team, but at least you have it on Zeppa and
Wait, they're coming a second.
And that wall is so hard to break. You have to put yourself in such an awkward position, even to jump
Oh,
in.
God.
Seconds ready for one.
Plays for him again.
Always getting that first vision and happy to back into sight to just set up his own little garrison.
Good
his
molly.
own little
Good molly.
way to protect everything.
Really good
Even if
molly.
He doesn't have help. He's done a great job.
Take it
at
off, take it
so
off, take it
far.
off.
And the vines,
No!
the rest of it still holding at bay, but
Wait,
Mitch
you're still
just
crouching?
swings out with a drive-by on the sheriff. That's everybody in sight lane.
What the
and
fuck
now
is
it has
Zekin
to be
doing? Or
Sentinels react.
Celsius? Celsius! Take the net off, brother!
Oh, they're not going to get that back either. Wall's
fuck.
going to go up to protect it. That's Celsius going down. And now they just have a few more. Still weapons coming in. C9 has to play
Hello?
this smart, but they're actually not watching the
Oh my
angle
God,
from distance
almost.
Here, trade 2 for 1 as Oxy tries to stop the
Nice
bleeding there,
narrate.
but he goes
Nice
down as
narrate.
well. Can they get this one shut down? Mitch and John Cutie both one shot.
IGL versus IGL.
Have in hand right now.
Nice try, bro. Nice try. Nice try. That was unlucky, bro. Damn.
Another thrifty round in this series, going back
Damn, this
and forth
fucking
with both
map is
teams.
going
So
crazy
what a
right
nice
now.
call by Cloud9 coming out from the timeout, despite not bringing the wall up.
That entry
Look
was
at the
fucking
util that
huge.
was used in to enter towards that site. The net
Wow.
grab Celsius, the paranoia blinds on top of lane, and even
Mitch
the
popped off this
annihilation
round.
coming out from net forces then
Look at
Bang
Rob's
to
sign.
because he's out in the open towards the back of the site. You just come out of from the shadows, you get annihilated. And
No,
that's
no,
it.
don't tilt,
So
don't
you
tilt,
have
don't
to
tilt.
cancel
It's
to get
totally
so
fine,
much
bro.
space, and they're in
No
good
one
position
tilt
for
is
the
totally
pulse line.
fine.
What is it? A thrifty for C9. Playing those ecos smart again. Opt for Zekin as they try to set up some hard lines here and shut down the speed of C9.
We know here in these gun rounds so far, telling the story for Cloud9, it's been shut down right away by Sentinels.
Deep
This time
wall.
There's a little bit more room to breathe. An execution for a split towards the B side, combined with the Hunter's Fury towards the back of the site. It looks like we're stalling just for a
All
bit.
right.
Okay, trade for trade. We're at a 4-4. There's Narrate and Oxy that have fallen here, so it should be still pretty easy for both teams to defend and get into sight on their retake.
Nice.
They don't know
Nice.
seconds back there. Can they pinch him in?
Nice, Zelsis.
Oh my gosh. The Zelsis
Wow.
ult comes out, just gets
You got active, huh?
everybody to scatter
Second
here.
again. Good job, bro. Let's go.
Sorry, that was Zeppa's as they go down in the round, and Zekin gets the final kill. The operator's online, and now Cloud9 have something to worry about even more so than just taking sites.
Damn, bro.
The buy rounds for Cloud9 being immediately shut down, and it's been kind of like.
Did I see the score between Foot and BBL? Longest game in VCT history. I saw 25-23, and we had the first ever in Valorant history Fetty Wap. Wait, who Fetty Wapped again?
I was looking at what Zelsis' ult. He just got more kills on the round anyways.
Yumpy.
Looked like he
Yumpy
didn't
won
even use it that round.
17-38. Our first Fetty Wap.
So where do they go now?
It's a double Hall of Fame moment.
Rounds we go. There's still some money for C9, but only the hero.
Exactly. For Oxy. That's the only thing right there working for Oxy, and they're trying to use it towards the side. At least it trades out, but Mary gives the advantage for Sentinels at the very beginning. Now the weapon's out. They can't really pick it up yet. Unless they're able to push here, that person right back, and that's going to be Neri. Thankfully, the L drone pings them, and they could salvage this weapon and maybe turn it around once again for Cloud9 on another Thrifty.
We gotta call 10-17 Brick Squad too. I'm down.
Sentinels are starting to gain a little bit more map control here, getting their orb grabs, getting the early fights in their favor, and they are not wasting time to make sure they have more info on the extremities from this. Any way to further shut down C9. Still 3 members alive, and this lurk could get sketchy here towards mid from Zeppa.
Let's try to find a timing.
What?
That's twice that happens here for Sentinels, leaving a wall all the way back to prevent a push, but 2 times.
Wait, Zeppa's ratting.
Got to change this wall now for Sentinels, but if not for Cloud9, they're pitching in towards this A site. They have a good
Nice
read.
shot, John.
And a beautiful shot from John Cutie to start shutting this down. Neri
Oh,
just on
they
the
know he's
edge.
there
They know
alone.
They're going away from the operator. They're trying to pin down the rifles. And they just have one more inside A site now.
Fuck.
The IGL, John
That's too
Cutie
hard,
trying to call
bro.
the shots here,
Zeppo's made a
can't do it
play.
without the help of Zekin, and the operator now
They
has
hear
to
him?
retake the site from 2 members of Mitch and Zeppa.
And if I'm Zekin, I'm going for this. On fire so far, it doesn't even matter if he gets pinged out, dashes forward.
He does one. Zekin already.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Bro!
What is going on with Zekin today? This guy's unstoppable.
Dude.
That's
like his 3rd clutch.
Shorty kill onto the first guy and still has time to go for a quick scope.
That's like his
And he
3rd
pushed into
clutch.
That play. That wasn't his decision. He
Exactly.
said, "Oh, I'm about to get pinged by a dart. Let me quickly come up with a play to kill these 2 players." Like,
Oh my! I can't believe he had enough
instantaneous
time to shoot him.
from this guy. Look at that. Zelsis is out of his chair. You know when you're even getting your teammates hyped up from plays.
That one's so pissed. He's like, we can't rely on this. We just can't rely on this. Like, we need to play better.
4-1. And you want him in forward positions, he's getting an op kill. You want him to anchor towards the B side, he's gonna get some picks. You
Oh
want him to
my
clutch on a retake?
God.
Zekin's your man today.
They leave him over at B. Their Sentinels are hardly changing anything about the defensive setup. A little bit more rotation possibility for John Cutie as he can lead from site to site here. As it's still Cloud9.
Ah, stop biting your
trying to
nails,
toy with
please.
mid. They didn't break the wall earlier since it's such a weird spot to get up and push with the angles that have opened. So using the clone for that.
Exactly.
They still have nowhere though.
It's actually a good one to bring the clone out that time. Remember, we talked about how they were punished with the wall towards M3, towards the spawn. Now a double swing to try to punish the crossfire setup from Sentinels, but war attrition. A couple of utils being thrown out. And a small stalemate with 50 seconds left on the clock. So C9 could now continue to work around the map, try to force these rotates. And it starts up, but it's the spike by itself. Mitch moving forward.
Zelsis sees a shoulder. They both are able to trade that vision.
Okay.
C9 still trying to hit almost on every point of the
They're
map.
going
right here.
A?
Back towards Cat. They still have
Narrate?
Teo. They still have a bit of a crossfire towards site. Narrate's ready for the
Whoa.
side shot. He's able to get
I thought he
Oxy
missed
just
him.
through the wall at the end. And now he's
Nice. 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 What a hole. Good paranoia.
Call from Bang.
Yo, by the way, Bang's smoke on the back of B and his paranoia there, big value.
Vic was still holding towards A main at this point. Still had a paranoia. I don't think the knife was ever thrown by John Cutie towards the front.
No, just on cat area.
I'm assuming right now Cloud9 or that previous round was trying to push more,
Trade?
trying to find information so that Vic
Fuck.
could throw the
Oh, we got
paranoid
him.
to
Nice.
allow here, Cloud9 to really move in towards the A site. But they were getting
They're
shut
broke.
down. No
They can get
communication
3
with the
rifles
Flash.
only. We have an op.
And that's a small
He
little
spammed
fumble
them there,
coming
wow.
out for the first time in this series, I got to say here. Because both teams have been really fighting well.
Wow,
reading
man.
the good macro, but right there at that spot, there should have been some good reads coming out here, at least some assists from Vic to allow those players on tree to move.
Oh my
in.
god, Zeppa looks so fucking like devastated. Holy fuck. He looks devastated, dude.
Is the attack side something we have to worry about for C9? Starting on attack and not starting on defense. Once they get into the site, you saw the speed they were trying to use. The deadlock can lock it down. The vice can lock it down, but deadlock and vice aren't necessarily great for taking that site. So we're seeing them. C9 gets stalled out so much now.
There's definitely a game plan around Cloud9 around this composition for sure with the double sentinel, and for sure they're preparing against a KO, for example, and also a Teo. There's a lot of missiles, a lot of knives that could break forward this utility, and that's why Brent was saying Cloud9 has such a good defensive side, because not only can they pivot the util back and forth, maybe stack from here and there, but C9 are quite aggressive at the very beginning of these rounds too.
Yeah,
you
they're
can't
trying
play
to be.
turtle back, because if you're gonna get hit by a knife, you're gonna hit by salvos. The util's already gone, so you have to fight aggressive at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That was something that worked very well against Leviathan during the regular split. They won that game 13-3. So they had what, a 12-1 on the defensive side. So getting 3 again, as I say, it's not too bad.
Oxy
looking at
Pie
Cloud9
Watch?
'cause they look very
How
clean on the
fucking
defense,
dare
but
you
for
bring
sure
that
coming
up?
out of this timeout,
Be
that's
ashamed of
why
your
Indy's
fucking
using
self,
both
bro.
right
That's
now
my
on their
fucking
attack
goat over
side,
there.
just to
He's
try to
doing all he
salvage
can,
these last
dude.
few, when they once again have not too much utility to work with, but or in terms of weaponry, but they have the ults, and they've been really good with the Annihilation hit the last time around.
And looking at Sentinel side, you always have to look at Zekin right now. The
Oh my god, he saw barrel.
Now from
Oh my god, net
pushing
died.
mid and
Net
takes
died.
down net. So even if we do see C9 getting a sight, that hold becomes
Nice
that much
pick.
weaker. Zekin has been so
Reaggressing
this
B
game
main?
so far. I think that's 18 kills for him as well. And the op hasn't slowed him down and even retaking sites alone.
That's Cloud9 that was trusting that smoke too much. Being pulled up on M2 right by Pizza. Zekin just walks through that, gets an easy kill and dashes away, while everybody's still hyper-focused on trying to take up Catwalk. A little bit of a fumble once again for Cloud9 out of a timeout. Micro mistakes, but it renders costly because Sentinels are closing and taking a huge lead on this first half.
They didn't clear it! Good angle. They did not clear it at all.
Narrate takes another one down.
That
and
angle
even
gets
the
slept
Eagle
on,
Rush,
huh?
that little death ball
They
from
also
Mark
vice ulted
could
here.
not make it alive. Sentinel
Nice
starts
job.
to pinch in from every which
That
way.
angle like gets
They're
overlooked a
varying up
lot,
things
no?
that C9 has looks at, right where John Cutie's getting those kills. Zelsa's played a few rounds ago, so who's playing it and how they're playing it is changing. C9 may be expecting a bit of the same, but they're always seeing a lot of different things here.
Yeah.
He ulted as they died.
They decide to use the Steel Guardian for Zeppa for that split. Don't do that, John Keating. What happened last time when you did that little one? But
Oh no, the
get that
picture.
split towards that B side was fully denied, but at least they have weapons
Fuck.
to work with this time around, and also still some more ults. So leveraging Oxy this time around, who's been relatively quiet so far in his head-to-head matchup between him and Zekin, could get a lot of information here for maybe doing some sort of combination with the Dimensional Drift and also the Annihilation from net, so that they could open up a site. But they have to figure out what Sentinels
What
are
the
in
fuck? He
position,
just
and I
peeked
love
mid
that
like
to start.
that?
A great first blood from
Oh
Zekin,
my
but at least he
god.
gets immediately traded out, and that's finally C9.
Net died
working on those
again.
fundamentals that were kind
Oh
of
my
needed
god.
in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, they're trying to put their cat hold back
Yeah.
together here. You see quickly John Cutie coming around if there needs to be a flash. They get the
Wait, he's
drone,
gonna
they'll
ult?
have the knife. And it looks like they are going to try to dimensional drift over here towards A. The step
Bang.
up from Bang just to get a little
Nice try.
further and take him off guard. Narrate coming in, closing down the site, playing previously where John Cutie was, so they're
Nice
rotating each
support.
other around here, as I said before.
Wait,
but
Calm is
the
still
hold
flanking?
Is just the same.
Oh.
And there it is.
9-3.
Zeppa goes down 9-3 here for Sentinels on the first half after quickly pulling away early.
It was going back and forth until finally you're starting to get the ult.
Did
and
Oxy
also
Pie?
syncing
He's like
on the
3 and 12
operator.
right now.
That's been something that's been a pain point for Cloud9 so far, but I love this position from Bang, getting in front of the Dimensional Drift. Creating ruckus, not giving a chance for C9 to activate here on the attack, but hopefully they can here on the defensive side.
Sen City looks to keep the momentum going when we come back from the break.
Another Pistons fight? Are you lying? There's no fucking way.